Now we're rolling.
Get some
Session.
water.
Oh my gosh.
No, I'm kidding.
Good.
I'm gonna
Good.
get a DP.
Go heat up some SpaghettiOs. I'll be right back.
Session 17 of Mayhem on Mandril. In our
Anybody got
last
British right now?
episode, we dealt with the remaining decisions of the Elven Council. We journeyed through the Feywild, talking to Frizz and discovering lots of things. I believe that before Frizz was only speaking Elvish, and for reference, we're going to assume that most of the conversation was still in Elvish. But I guess Frizz speaks Common now because he spoke to FS. So that's canon now, and we're just going to leave that right where it is. And not address it. Or something. Because I noticed that looking back. So, I'm going to say this going forward to make sure that doesn't happen again. Anytime an Eladrin is speaking, they're speaking in Elvish or Sylvan. If you don't speak Elvish or Sylvan, you don't know what they're saying.
Whenever you play games.
So, let it be known. That being said, we should be good to roll. Last we checked, the Grand General told everyone here to get ready, and that was, of course, right after a certain individual was dragged out, much to the celebration of everyone in this party. Quite a number of things are happening. Your weapons have not been returned to you yet. There's a lot of shuffling outside. Seems like quite the movement, and you can hear the march of a extremely well-regimented army, which you've seen. You can guess that it's because it's not any actual people. It's just animated armors led by helmed horrors. And after a few minutes, keep in mind it is the middle of the night, the Grand General re-enters and says, "We are ready to move if you are. So, are your things prepared? We have the rest of your gear as well. We'll return them at our discretion."
I assume that means we don't have all our weapons and shit?
No, you do not.
Are our hands still bound?
Not right now. You've been given that degree of trust.
It's so sweet!
Mm-hmm. So are you lot ready?
Yeah.
I sure think so.
Well, for reference, Mr. Sable, you've been tasked with the personal welfare of everyone in your group, and likewise will be acting as their impromptu commander, if that is acceptable.
And how should a commander lead without a weapon?
Well, to get there, right now what I'm saying is I'll be talking to you and no one else directly. Understood?
Yeah, he hates us.
Is he speaking in English, or God damn it, Common, or is he speaking in Elvish?
You speak only Common, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's stooping to your level and he's not having fun with it.
Oh, yes!
He really doesn't like the fact that he has to speak Common to you. So actually thanks for bringing it up. As my processes, he goes, "Actually," and then he switches to Elvish. "Are there any of you who speak Elvish here? I seem to recall."
I do.
Yeah, and then Elithor sheepishly raises his hand, and the general just looks back and goes, "Yeah, I know that. I may be interacting with you more directly then, although if Sable is in charge of your mission, maybe I can get Mr. Grand Magician to simply cast one of those spells again so I don't have to speak in the commoner's tongue. We'll get there when we get there. Either way, let's move." Alright. I'm assuming you all fall in line.
No, I'm waiting for an order.
Oh, he's ordering you to move forward.
In my tongue?
Oh, yes.
Well, then okay.
He's so not happy right now. Okay. All making your way out, you are greeted with an army that I am definitely not going to waste my time drawing. Marching through the city, it is quite a spectacle. It is a collection of maybe 100 animated armors, 12, 14, 20 helmed horrors as you're counting them on the edges of the battalions. For the first time, you're seeing horses. Some helmed horrors are, in fact, on horses. Not only that, but it appears that the Grand General, the Grand Magician, this guy's not here, throw him in the garbage can. And there he is. And the Grand Inspector are all on horses as well. But they're not just horses, they're Pegasi.
horses.
Pegasi. That's the plural of Pegasus, right? Plural
Yes.
of...
Sounds right.
Never mind. Nick is a better Google.
Perla.
I really tried. And so,
It's Morse.
these three men on their Pegasi seem to be leading up this mission, and it looks like they will actually all be joining you in the Feywild, at least at this time. Which, mind you, is quite unprecedented. So,
Pegasus.
Pegasuses? No.
Pegasus.
So, you're brought in form behind a large procession of animated armors, and there are 2 elven escorts with you. And their armor is close to that of the animated armor, but they have, oh gosh, that is just not correct in any way, shape, or form. They have tabards over them. I get what to say this. They have tabards over their armor, cloth tabards. So, and they have the royal heraldry of this citadel, which includes colors of gold and white, ironically the same as Xerxes, although the design is different. It is that of a tree bearing fruit of golden apples. So, these men are flanking either side of you. One of them says, "My name is Theodorth. I am in charge of you all. I would prefer that you call me Theodorf. My rank is not important." Yes.
That was so quiet.
I have been instructed that not all of you speak Elvish, and so it will be my duty to communicate with you when not required by a higher authority. Is that clear?
Yes.
Why, of course.
You're also joined by my compatriot, whose name you do not need to know. Looking over, it's quite a man. Most elves are fairly
No.
slender.
No.
You know, they have very
God.
What are you on about?
They're wings.
No. Shut up.
Don't say it so.
Most elves are tall and slender, not overly musculature, and this man is a solid 5'4", and like 200 pounds, and it's all muscle. And
You say 5'4"?
Yeah. And he's
Mega
just looking over at you with evil eyes.
You mean up?
Yes. So Theodorf, who looks he's pretty much average height, maybe like 5'9", silverish, very light blonde hair, just says, "I advise you not anger him, so do as we say, as we will be your commanding officers. Also, if you have any questions, I advise you direct them to me. As I've been instructed, you will be getting your weapons back as we enter the Feywild, or shortly thereafter. Don't try anything, obviously, or you will be killed, because..." And then he just points to the army ahead of you. And one of the Helmtars look back and winks at you.
I wave.
How does a Heldar wink?
That's a good question.
That's something that you're going to have nightmares over, not me. In fact, make a wisdom saving throw.
The sound of screeching armor as it...
No.
No, it's actually...
So
It's like a red mist, and then an emoji pops up in that mist.
No. I've shown images of what the Elven Helmtars look like. I'll pull
bright
one up again.
Yellow.
I'll pull one up again. Hold on. So here's one of the... Oh, come on, get over here. Get over here! Here's one of the higher-ranking Helmtars. In the interior, they have glowing yellow eyes, or what almost vaguely look like eyes, and you can see the yellow aura dim from the one eye, so it appears like it was winking at you.
So
That's
it just switched off vision from one eye.
Yes, it's extremely creepy. Make a wisdom saving throw.
And there's 2 emojis
Who?
in its eyes.
Who is making
Cagliari.
this throw? Oh yeah, eat shit.
All right.
We would surely are a team that works together.
17.
All right, you're not scared by it. It's not gonna hurt you. They were in the room the entire time with you. They're extremely passive until you provoke them. So, all right. That being said, we begin to march, and you're not exactly sure particularly where, but you're kept in line by Theodorf and the other elven soldier.
I guess if we're just walking, I'll ask a couple questions to Theodore.
Sure.
You come here often?
Is that a real question? You want to ask that?
Hit on him.
I'm gonna give you time to walk that back.
Hit on him.
You have to
Double down.
You doubling down?
You single?
Please.
Roll persuasion, or no, roll like a general charisma check.
It's all +0 anyway, so eat 16.
No way.
16.
Yep.
He just says, "Yeah, thanks. I'm happily married."
I would be too.
Let's refrain from inappropriate comment. The other elven soldier slowly sneaks up behind you and puts his arm on your shoulder, and you just hear.
What? Guttural growl.
Sorry, Gorilla Man, you're not my type.
Are they married
Which-
to each other? Do you think?
Is this out loud?
Sure.
No. I haven't yet met a man or a woman who can handle him. He hasn't either.
Yet. Which direction shall we be traveling?
Primarily east, but for now we need to make our way to the woods. Why do you ask?
Just curious.
Hmm.
And should we encounter anything hostile, what would you say would be the most troubling thing to look out for?
As far as we've been told, the Feywild is a place where the least of your concerns is the physical danger, not that it isn't a concern. What I've been told of the physical dangers are displacer beasts, tricksy fey as in goblins, creatures masquerading as elements of light when they're actually malicious. Thasaralan gave a whole... Grand Magician Thasaralan gave a whole... he had basically a write-up that was distributed to the soldiers. In terms of physical dangers, where we're going, it should be handled, particularly with our army. We have a specific formation that we'll be switching over to once we're in. The greater issue is he described it, Tharalan described it as like a corruption of the spirit, which I'm still trying to figure out. I mean, allegedly all of our people came from the Feywild, so I don't understand how it could corrupt the spirit. I would think that we got corrupted on our exit, but it's all above me.
Okay.
Alright. It's quite a long walk. You go through some of the quieter parts of town, attempting to not disrupt the populace. The architecture is quite pristine in the city. For reference, you are in the main elven city. I have to pull up my funny map, and I don't have it, because then I can describe to you where you're going. For now, I think you're just going south through the city, but eventually you're going to transition to head through the woods. In terms of what you see on the way, the architecture is fairly imposing, smooth, tall, curved roofs, tiled with like intricate brickwork, seemingly gold and copper and teal shingles all the buildings whites, pillars that are vaguely reminiscent of some Greek architecture, but also very, very gaudy in some aspects. As you pass some of the major government buildings, the closest thing to a castle is a massive rectangular structure with an incredibly tall gabled roof, windows with gold trim, stained glass. And as you move further south, even when the buildings get smaller, they don't get humbler. They're still the same style. The entire city is coded in this one architectural style, and everything looks like it's been planned out to the most final detail. Eventually, though, you get to a section of the town which is calmer. You pass by some of the main, more denser sections until eventually you end up at a small southern gate, which is magically open before you. You're quite near the back, so you don't have a great understanding of what's going on. You're just marching forward. And once you end up through the gate, it closes behind you quite rapidly. And before you can even identify that there was a gate there, it's as if the wall was, again, completely stone, never interrupted by passage. And where you are now is the wilderness of the Cairo Plateau. And you've actually ended in what appears to be some sort of back hidden path. This is very... You feel like this is not a commoner's road, let's say. This is very specifically a military passageway of some kind. It's a dirt road, very narrow, but the terrain around you has been terraformed quite to some extent. You're surrounded by forest, but the trees on either side of you are about 20 feet away. So it's really just this massive passage of straightaway and level ground through the forest. Could have been quite an ordeal to accomplish, but who knows, with magic it might have been a really easy make. Either way, it's a fairly straightforward path, and you're probably walking for literally hours. I have to actually count, because I believe this is not going to be a short journey in any sense of the word. So let me pull up the map and do math, my favorite thing to do. I believe it'll probably be like 2 hours walking down this path at a pretty brisk pace because there aren't really any holdups, but 2 hours nonetheless of traversing through these woods. It does get to a point where the army stops after they veer off a certain path, and after probably about 45 minutes of walking, it looks like ahead of you is a teleportation circle. And there are segments of the unit that are now splintering and reorganizing. And Theodorf and the other elven soldier guide you into position as you're in a specific clump to be teleported at one time. It's quite an expedient ritual. The Saruman is observing. He's not actually heading it himself. There appears to be another mage in golden and white robes performing the ritual. Doesn't even look like it has any verbal components. It's completely somatic and material, very silent. It's also incredibly disturbing because there's no special effects, there's no grand illusions. It's just at one moment there's an army on this 20-foot radius circle, and then the next moment, boom, they're gone. And eventually it's your turn to step up to the plate. And very quickly you're shuffled into position, and before you know it, you blink and your surroundings are completely changed. And it is one of the most disorienting things that you have ever been through. No prep for that. I would need everyone to make a Constitution saving throw.
Can I throw up?
What do you think the Constitution saving throw is for?
Yeah, can I choose to fail?
Yes, you can choose to fail. You'll just throw up.
What a coincidence that we all blinked at the same time.
Some of you probably
got
kept
10.
your eyes open, which is even more disorienting.
No need, Trevor. I threw up in real life.
Great. So proud of you.
I've thrown 2 16s in a row.
Okay.
Obama's still in the campaign.
Everybody actually succeeded. Look at you.
Well,
all.
that was bobble top. Whoops. Whatever.
That was Blobbletop. But you know what? He's probably doing all right over there.
Eventually found that he just threw up somewhere.
Yeah, he threw up somewhere.
I like to just whatever.
Yeah.
Wait, no. What's Smart Fella's Constitution modifier?
I got 23 as smart.
Hold up, guys. You might fail. You might fail.
Yeah, you're all fine.
Smart Fella does a fucking backflip.
Theodore looks around at you all and says, "Surprised none of you threw up."
There's an elf in the background.
Can I
Yeah, oh yeah.
I don't know if I have anything to throw up.
can I choose to fail now?
No. Deny.
I threw up a little bit in my mouth.
Alright.
That's great, sweetie.
Observing your surroundings, but still being shoved at a fairly brisk pace, it appears that behind you is a grand temple. Similar architecture, though this one's not white and gold. It's white with a red brick roof or something similar. Massive white building, stained glass windows, giant doors at the back, and then notably a tree growing on top of the roof that seems to be spiraling down and causing the entire temple to be wrapped in overgrowth. This
wait
is
a
all
minute.
in your peripherals as you're shoved forward deeper into the woods, and this is behind you. And it's not long after you enter the woods where you hear a few people yelling in Elvish, for those of you who speak it. It's almost like a variant of Elven Thieves' Cant, which you don't know. So the literal words that they're calling out are like Forest 7, Reflank 8, and it's like, what? They're just calling formations. In which case your entire unit is reassembled. And right before you see the first group head through a segment of trees and disappear into the woods, a carriage pulls up next to you. There were a few journeying with you behind you. Your goods are unloaded and returned to you. So all of your stuff is now being returned as you're staged in this new formation.
So anyway, I started
You're
blasting.
No, you better not. Better not. I'm telling you, the Grand General is staring you guys down like hawks on his Pegasus from a ways away, making sure you don't do anything. Pegasus-I.
Every time he looks at me, I'm gonna wave.
Mm-hmm. He does not wave back. He's not that kind of man.
It's okay, I'm petty anyways.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Well, after you all equip yourself, gear up and gear out, you're one of the last groups to go in. This is an equally strange journey. What it appears is that troops are funneling carefully between a segment of trees and disappearing into the woods ahead of you. So you're split up into smaller groups now. And they're also fragmenting out the time between when the groups stagger in. After a few minutes of waiting, your group is called forward, and Theodorf and the Elven Soldier walk beside you. You enter between a passage of normal-looking trees. The terrain around you seems to begin to shift as you walk forward. A tunnel of bark forms on your left and right, and before you know it, you walk out into an incredibly bright, luminous forest, very similar to the one that you're currently in, but both darker and brighter at the same time. The shadows are more intense, and the little pockets of moonlight are as well, leaving you very disoriented. I would need everyone to make a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom. 21.
Okay.
Oh,
Ooh, I got a 19.
Okay.
one of me got an 8, the other me got a 13.
Okay. Great. Barack Hussein Obama failed with a 12. Let me just write that down.
Darn.
That's unfortunate,
Spit out my water.
Mr. President.
I thought we were just
as president.
I thought we were just gonna move on, like completely ignore that role, but then he called it out.
I'm sorry, you joined the campaign with a character named Barack Hussein Obama, and you want me to not comment on it? And whether he succeeded the wisdom save to enter the Feywild?
Lowercase O Obama, by the way.
yeah.
American Platinum,
Put some respect on that name.
American Platinum Express card was immediately removed. I expected the same thing for Obama.
Maybe I'm expecting you to take some responsibility and remove him yourself, coward.
You can't just remove
You can't
the
ask.
former
You can't
president of the
ask
United
a
States.
father to kill his son.
Oh, yes, I can.
Can I get a minifigure of that character?
Barack
No.
Obama?
We're moving.
All right, guys.
We're
I'll be
moving
working
on.
in Blender for the next 3 hours.
There are two individuals who failed their wisdom saves. And you know what's really funny? They're played by the same person. And you know what makes that really funny?
Skill issue.
No, hold on. Time to do some shenanigans.
Oh,
it's
wait.
over.
What are you doing?
He's gonna replace your toes with beans.
So, Jacob, as Rainey and Cagliari process the Feywild, Rainey seems to be seeing things differently, as does Cagliari, who is now breathing. Cagliari looks down, and it appears that she is, in fact, in Rainey's body. Rainey
So Cagliari is now short
Rainey
and breathing.
realizes she's not breathing. Looks down, she's a satyr.
Oh no!
Why does it hurt? Why does all of it hurt? Ow.
How's Rainey taking in like growing like 2 feet?
What?
Is she like undead?
Yeah.
She's not undead, but she's not alive either.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever.
I mean, she's like
Well, okay,
60% alive.
Look,
If it doesn't work for the banks, it doesn't work for me.
Okay.
Big birds in Warhammer.
This is awful.
What seems to be the problem? That's Elithor. I have to figure out his voice.
That's me over there.
Oh, did he
And
roll?
she's me.
Yeah, he rolled insight.
No, did he wisdom save?
Oh. Uh-oh.
Don't do that.
Oh, no. Okay, well,
He's done. It's Grover.
Come on, you have to.
I'm not telling you what's wrong with Elithor.
There's so.
Oh, let me tell you. You don't need to tell us.
Yeah.
We can see it.
No.
He's got 2. Yeah.
All right. Elithor just turns back and goes, "What do you mean?"
That's my body. That's my body.
Oh, yeah, I see what happened. Yeah. So, the Feywild sucks. All right.
Oh,
and,
that's-
Theodore immediately turns and goes, "Wait a minute. Are you claiming that you've switched bodies?"
Well, I guess so.
Well, that's... I'm going to have to report this. I'll be back. Stay in formation.
He's tattling.
He goes-
He's tattling.
And he runs off.
Rainey's probably gonna fall over because of hooves.
Uh-huh. Yep, there it is. At which point, the short elven soldier says, "I do say, I find this quite unfortunate."
Thank-
I didn't say anything. Why is she looking at me? Why are they all looking at me?
You're very.
He's just
Sound
staring
different.
at you.
What language is he speaking?
Common.
Ah. You sound different.
I haven't said anything. Why are they looking at me? What do you mean sound different? I haven't spoken a word.
You're speaking out loud.
No, I'm not. I hate the Feywild.
Who are you?
My every thought broadcast to the outside world. How will I survive?
Ah, you are screwed.
This is horrid. This is horrid. I must not think about inappropriate things. I must not think about inappropriate things.
Sable said a quiet prayer for them.
A cow begins to rotate in his mind.
All right. Theodorf immediately moves back and says, "All right. So, I've got good news and I've got bad news. So, which shall it be first?"
I would love to hear
Oh heavens! This is horrid. It's absolutely horrid. It's horrid, I say.
the bad news first.
So, the entire time, the top guy, still unnamed, has his he hasn't stopped talking because every thought is now broadcast. He can't help but say it. So if you ever want to read in on what's going on, I'll let you know. But just know, for context, before we move on, it's now a constant stream of this is horrid. This is horrid. What do they all think of me? All of these people, hooligans. I'm the hooligan, but they can hear me. I must stop. Quiet the brain. Peace. Calm. This place is awful. I hate this. I could have gotten my pension. This is horrid. That's it.
I have a question. Is he wearing anything other than the generic elven armor garb?
No, just the generic armor guard, and then the white and gold tabard with the tree with golden apples on it.
So he is
Minecraft reference.
completely indistinguishable, other than his build, from the other elven soldiers.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start staring at his left hip.
His left hip.
Yep, that's it. Just stare at it.
Okay. I don't...
Very obviously. No, I'm not saying anything. I'm just looking at it.
Okay. Theodorf immediately says, "Okay, hold on. I'm gathering that something else has transpired here.
Nothing.
Are you all right?" And then he just looks over at his patron and goes, "No, I'm not all right. This is horrible. This is horrible. The Feywild is awful. My own thoughts, the privacy of my mind. My privacy is violent. It's been violated. I tell you, it's horrid. It's awful. It's awful. You can't do it." Right. At which point, oh, what a nightmare. Theodore just says, all right, hold on. So that is a bit of an issue. I think you should be dismissed and just go to Thessalon." And he goes, "Yes, I'll go to Thessalon. Thessalon can fix it. Thessalon can fix anything. Yes. And he's going to move on. Theodore goes, "So anyway, like I was saying, the good news and the bad news. Which was it you wanted first? I was completely distracted by that."
The bad news, please.
Okay, well, the bad news is we're not going to be able to do anything about it right now.
What about him?
That, I wasn't accounting for that. I didn't even know that was a thing. I think he's just screwed. But the good news for the rest of us, one, I think I'm fine, which is good. And then the third goes, "I'm fine too. Thank God." And then, and Theodore says, "Yes, well, Thessalon thinks that a lot of these things should be reversible and may return to normal if we simply return to the material plane. Apparently, we have a lot of protections against things like this in the Feywild, but it's not perfect, and not everything can be avoided, which is why we try to avoid going to and from here as much as possible. That being said, we need to march, because we have quite a walk ahead of us."
I have hooves.
Yes, you always have.
What?
That's right. Just march. March as best as you can.
Can he come back? I found it quite comedic.
I think
Listening to his thoughts.
I think it's best that he's been removed from our group, although I'm not the one to make that call, so he very well may return to us. And shortly thereafter, he goes, "Can't do anything. What do you mean he can't do anything? Unfixable. This is horrible. I cannot deal with this. My entire bravado that's been built up over 10 years of military service, torn down, gone in an instant because my thoughts flee from me. What will I do? Piss."
Starts just counting up.
Piss.
1,
Piss.
2, 3, 4, 5.
All right.
If I was in my own body, it'd be really funny to flash this guy right now.
11,
Yeah.
12, 14,
Anyway, that's what this group has to deal with. marching forward is quite a laborious task.
That's what I have to deal with.
The helmed horrors. Oh, you failed twice. What can I say? The helmed horrors are keeping you in line and marching as well. But yes, quite the uncomfortable situation to be thrust into. This is where it gets funny, and none of you know this yet. But meta knowledge, so you all know, you just got thrusted 3 weeks forward. So, bye, losers. And now we go back to the Feywild group.
We all remember what was happening here. Every
all
king
remember
does
what
need
was
his
happening
throne.
here. And when the lords go without thrones, we all know how that goes.
Yeah, that's not what I was talking about.
I don't care. Alright, pulling it up.
That was for the real ones in the chat.
Michael Gilfie Studios, pulling it up. Copyright my video, take all the money that I'm not making now. Alright.
Pull it up.
Did we all long rest?
I think so.
Yeah.
Here. Maybe,
Yeah, we did.
Maybe Wizard Soulbird. Okay. Alright. So Frizz... Ooh, actually I need to check one thing.
He in long rest. Arrest him.
You don't need to.
Rest him.
Alright. Frizz walks around the camp because he's pretty much been up. He's been in his
Ignore that.
trance on and off for some of the time. But as you all get up and gather camp, Frizz makes an attempt to return things mostly to the way that they were. And Drya is immediately going to take to that and sort of cover things up. Tear down the lean-tos, deal with the wood, just disperse it along the floor, and then pretty much make it look like you were never here. And then as that's happening, you guys should be, ooh, that's the wrong one. Should be ready to carry on. Alright. And Frizz says, morning, everyone. He returns to his fall form. Technically it's called autumn, but I don't care. Can't be bothered. I like fall. I'm from the East Coast, the Northeast United States, and we call it fall. So he's a fall Eladrin. Anyway.
He's from Maine?
No, I could be though. Frizz probably is from Maine. That just checks out. That's why he's so angry. It just makes sense. Yeah, Frizz looks around the camp, making sure it's clean. It's probably like 8 a.m. or so. It's not quite easy to tell. The sun is not bright here. It's extremely overcast. A fog has rolled over the camp, making it difficult to see. Frizz says, well, we still have several hours yet to walk, but the path is clear before us. We haven't run into much trouble yet, but not to jinx us. How's everyone doing?
I wanted
Any
to take
bugs?
I wanted to take some time to just like hide evidence of where we camped.
Mm-hmm.
I need to.
I'm just gonna roll that because that's what Frizz was already doing.
Oh,
I'm just gonna
okay.
give him advantage. Oh, okay, that's an okay roll. It's alright. Looks alright. It's not great. Dithering up the ash from the campfire, spreading it across the ground. The remaining spider parts. Spider carcass. The leaves.
Muy, delicioso.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, are you gonna eat that?
Uh-huh. Is this real or is this just in his head?
That is definitely. Well, maybe it's barely sane.
I noticed.
So.
I just like to
But
point out. I just like to point out that, and PTSD and trauma is real. I don't know what they did to him in that prison, but when I brought Maybe into this world, he was a sane, cool, confident killer with a cold edge. And now
Yeah, but he chose the wrong person to copy.
he did.
And that's where the trauma came from.
He did, didn't he? Oh, what a man. Frizz is just gonna look over with the most sympathy in his heart. Like he's on the verge of crying tears of pity, but at the same time, like he doesn't care. He doesn't care quite enough for the tear to fall. But he is like, wow, that's very pitiable. And then he's gonna carry on and say, well, I see maybe is doing normal. And then he looks at Soul for validation that that's an accurate assertion.
Soul shrugs. Yeah.
How about the rest of you? Bird, Wizard?
I'm fine.
Yeah, I'm good.
You can't just be throwing slurs around like
Alright,
that.
Rain's just gonna walk up behind FS.
Walk
Not
up to a
like
bird,
necessarily
man, it's a
intentionally,
bird.
but just walking forward and going, do I get a nickname? And Frizz just goes, I haven't really thought about it. You're more of a background character.
That's actually disrespectful.
Well,
His nickname for bird. You should call give to a bird man and call him a bird. That's disrespectful.
Lion.
Calling someone a background character is just how it is.
A bird is a bird.
She just goes, that's a stupid nickname. He goes, well,
You're stupid.
one thing you should know is the reason I give you all these names is in the Citadel, there are no names. This is not arbitrary on my part. In an attempt, I'm sort of training you. You want to know what the name of the king of the Citadel is? The king. You want to know what the names of the council members are? They're all just the council. The Duke is the Duke. Don't use a name in the Citadel, or you might lose it. Speaking of which, I guess while we're on that, I don't believe I gave your... Did you tell... Out of character, did you tell him that you're married to her? I think you did. Right?
hmm
Yeah.
Also, isn't Soul a name?
Yeah.
Is that not going to be a problem?
Well,
Hmm.
if you don't want to lose it, then yeah, I just assumed that you gave me a fake name. But, well, you could transpose from the Elvish. You could go by Sun. S-U-N.
Sure.
Alright.
Maybe not.
Yeah,
Let's not.
either way, Sun, Sol, same meaning. It's a question of what you want to lose.
Just change it to Helios.
Helios?
hmm
Frizz says no.
No.
No. Sun or Soul?
What arbitrary rule set is this?
It's not arbitrary.
Oh, I mean, why is Helios not acceptable?
What if
It's another name for the
Ew.
sun.
What?
No, it's
In what world?
It's another name for the sun.
In what world?
Greek.
Greek
Are you asking me
isn't.
real life?
Yes, Greek isn't real. Listen.
Oh,
No,
so
no.
France is real, but
No.
Greece isn't.
No. Stop. Let me
You can't do
let me speak my piece. I have already established that Elvish and Latin are basically one and the same. I have not established Greek as an influence.
Mm-hmm.
You can't just spring that on me and say, "Oh, it's Sun."
How did France get in there?
I gave you Soul as a name, not as meaning sun.
what about
Very
Solus? Isn't that?
Yeah, that would work.
Okay.
Helios, very well. The problem is it's still not like that's still a name, whereas Sun is an object.
Oh yeah.
Because it's also you could be Sun, S-O-N.
Oh no. S-U-N, fine. I see the point.
Okay.
S-U-N.
Mm-hmm. All right. And then he turns to Dry and says, I don't believe we have a cover for your lady. Tree
Guys,
spirit.
I got this. Lady.
That's almost. I look at Maybe and I laugh and I say I was going to call her wife.
Lady or spirit works for me.
I imagine Dryad is not like that.
Okay.
What's her opinion?
Mansplaining.
I just gave you her opinion.
Oh,
She said, Lady or spirit works for me. I don't particularly care.
I thought that was Frizz
Whatever
talking.
is necessary for the protection of this group. Alright, Frizz just says, I vote spirit.
What does he get an opinion?
Because he's a guy.
Stallion of the West.
He's overbearing.
True.
That's true.
Control freak.
That is true. Yeah, he is a control freak.
Could she pass as an Eladrin?
Nope. Well, she could maybe pass as a spring Eladrin, actually, yes.
Okay, yeah, just say nope and then think about it for another second.
I don't have an excuse. I'm tired.
Call him out. Call him out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, call out your DM. See what happens.
Yeah. Yeah.
Actually, I just heard it. Listen to a podcast about that. I respect all of your wishes, though. Great DM.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure did.
Baby spirit horse.
What? Alright. Anyway, moving on. Frizz would say, on that note, we should probably get moving. It's quite a trip ahead of us. What?
I'm uploading it.
Why are you uploading it? What the heck is that?
Baby spirit horse.
Yeah, I need to watch Spirit again, clearly. Alright.
My bad.
Yeah.
What's the middle photo?
The DreamWorks logo.
Okay. We're moving on. Reference, this is what the conversation's about. Now it's on the stream. So, thanks. Moving on. Are we all ready to pick up where we left off, journeying to the Citadel?
Yeah.
Great. In which case, Frizz will begin navigating following the water, which has grown just further and further black and gross as you get closer. It is still several hours of a walk. You've been fortunate not to encounter much hostile wildlife. But the wildlife is the least of your concerns because as you walk closer to the Citadel, the quality of the air continues to drop and drop and drop. So, this is where things get extremely annoying for you all. Constitution saving throws.
I just let him in, York, you know what I'm saying?
That's Zara
Great
spear
ideas.
damage. Why'd you roll Zara spear damage?
I said
13.
ignore it.
Okay. I didn't know.
I got 7.
How did you
Failure.
hit that when you tried to hit con save?
Okay.
Missed.
That was a while ago.
Alright.
It got lost.
Oh, it was 11 minutes ago, I see.
Alright, what do we got here?
Sometimes you get a little. Oh, I'm in this game.
Yeah.
Rain is completely fine.
What is this? Con save?
Alright.
Yeah.
I'll use Obama.
Okay. Alright, great. So, maybe Sun and Wizard are all poisoned.
Wait.
Barack Obama for baby steps.
Wait a minute.
Wait.
How much constitution does Barack Obama have?
Wait.
Hold on. Pull up Google, pull up Barack Obama's statue.
Hold on. I have 67 tabs
Oh,
open. I gotta
14
find.
constitution. Oh, he's a whole man. Strength 17. Respectable Obama. An intelligence of 8. Our
That doesn't
former
make any
president.
sense.
An intelligence of 8.
I'm more concerned about the
Who-
low charisma.
Who do you
We've
think
had
you-
presidents
Come
that are
on.
stupid as
Who
shit.
do
No,
you
no, no.
think
We've had
you
dumb presidents.
are? Giving
But our
Obama
president is
eight-
charismatic.
8 intelligence and 12 charisma. Obama's like a 16 charisma at least.
That's what I'm saying.
What are you doing? Okay, he rolled 103 for my fellow Americans, so I mean, I guess that's okay. All right, moving on.
My fellow Americans.
We'll save that here for later. Yes, the three of you are poisoned as the air is horrid. So have fun with that.
What does that do?
Oh, it ruins everything. I'm pretty sure it just gives you disadvantage on all attack rolls and ability checks. So
You're poisoned?
yes,
Oh yeah, this sucks.
it's one of the worst conditions in the game.
No,
and
that's
it is-
unconscious.
Okay, yeah, that's true. That's true.
No, it's dead.
Or paralyzed.
That's not a condition.
Both of them are bad.
I'm about to make it a condition.
Yeah, but
I'll make
as you
you a
walk
condition.
forward, following the river,
Is that a freaking space hippopotamus?
Bridge becomes increasingly cautious, and your pace slows down. I would like, well, it's kind of up to you. If anyone wants to make perception checks, go ahead. While we're on this walk.
Yo, I got this. Watch this. How do I get to the character sheet? I figured it out.
What are you doing?
We can just move on. We can...
Uh-huh.
Oh, we're doing perception?
Yeah, if you desire.
It's a good thing none of us rolled for perception. There we go. Finally, someone rolled for perception.
Okay.
The guy I built for perception, rolling perception. I love it.
Bird looking out. You're the only one not poisoned, right?
I 14? That passed?
Yeah, you're not poisoned.
Cool.
So, looking out, it is gotten very strange up ahead. The fog has not subsided. You definitely think that's correlated with the poor quality of the air. Whether there are spores or something you haven't been able to figure out. You haven't seen anything, so you've just been trying to think about what it may be. In terms of what you're seeing is just a whole lot of fog. A bigger concern is that for the entire time you've been on the west bank of this black, icky ooze river, and now all of a sudden you look around and realize that the bank is on your left. So now you're west of the bank. You never crossed the river. That doesn't make any sense.
What? We were on the west of the bank, and now it's on our left, so we're on the west of the bank.
No, you're on the east of the bank now.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because now the bank is to your left, so now you're east of it because you're traveling north. Before it was to your right, now it's on your left. So, that's concerning.
Frizz,
Yes.
wasn't the bank on our other side earlier?
And then he looks over and he goes, yes. Where? What? I didn't step. Okay. Okay.
Did we get turned around, or are we heading south?
Hold on. Just let me. North is what? North is.
Wait, I know which way north is, don't I?
You do know which way north is.
Are we still heading north?
No, you're heading south. And Frizz is just waiting. And he's going, hold on, north is that way. And then he points the direction you just came from.
Is he dyslexic?
What?
What are you talking about?
No, let him cook.
Well-
He's right.
I was just wondering.
What dyslexic has to do with reading?
Well,
I don't know.
Okay.
you read words in your mind.
Well, Vesper just confirmed that north is the way that Frizz just pointed, which should be south, but it's north.
Moving on.
So, I
Hmm.
guess
So we were on the west of the bank, and now we're still on the west of the bank.
No. Yeah. Well. Yeah. Actually. Yeah. As it turns out. In which case, Frizz goes, I suppose we need to travel this way then. And he walks through. Rain just stares at Malachi, like, and gives him a look like, what the heck's going on? And Jiraiya is looking for answers as well.
Does anyone have a compass?
Nope.
Darn.
Is that the full statement?
Mm-hmm.
No.
I have a
don't.
compass.
I don't feel very well.
Something in
Don't know if
I have compasses because I have cartographer's tools.
Oh,
What is the compass doing?
Well, the compass is pointing you north. And you follow it and walk along with Frizz, and Frizz takes a look too, and he goes, oh, you have a compass. I never need a compass, but clearly now I need a compass.
I don't either. I'm pretty good at north.
I don't understand how he ended up on the other side. Well, not on the other side, but I got turned around. But it felt like we didn't change direction, I'm sure of it. Alright, and as you all walk forward, the direction of the compass suddenly changes. Your surroundings stay completely the same, and the compass just and it flips. Is the compass broken?
I would assume not.
Then how did
If I take a couple steps back, does it flip again?
No.
Interesting.
Frizz is sitting on a rock, deep in thought. He's mumbling to himself and Sylvan.
Can I just walk off away from the group
Yep.
north and see what happens?
Yep. For quite some time, it appears like compass is going well. How far away are you comfortable with leaving the group?
I'm not gonna let them leave my sight,
Okay.
so it kind of depends on the foliage and geography.
Okay. A fog is rolling in as you get further and further away from them. You make it to about 60 feet. The compass is still facing north. Make a, well, I guess you don't have to make another perception. You can use the existing perception. As the fog rolls in, it's about to cover their position. And you're about to not be able to see them. And it's rolling fairly quickly.
Mhm.
What would you like to do?
What a question that is.
You don't have much time to decide.
I'm gonna let it break my line of sight.
The fog breaks your line of sight as you just stand there looking back. The compass flips.
Hmm.
The compass flipped as you yourself, from what you can tell. As you know, it's difficult to identify the density of fog that you're in when you're in it. But from what you can tell, the compass flipped as the fog enveloped you.
Interesting. So, what happens if I head north again?
Go ahead. You haven't seen the party.
Uh-oh. Would I head south to get back of them, or would I keep heading north assuming that I've been put behind them?
Good question.
I guess I'll go north more.
Vesper continues north.
Oh,
Meanwhile, Frizz says, I don't understand. Where's Bird gone? Is he still over there? Okay, well, no one answers Frizz, so he stands up and then looks out, and then immediately turns back to the party and says, "Where's Bird?"
He
Uh,
just went that way.
Which way?
I don't see him. Bird?
I'm going to start pointing in random directions and using message. If
I'm
he's within
sick.
120 feet, I
Okay.
should.
Okay. Pointing random directions using message. After some time, let's see. He might have. Yeah. Okay. Well, after some time, Vesper, you get a message. What does the message say?
Hey, where'd you go off to?
I went north until the compass flipped, and then I continued going north, but I think I needed to go south. But I went north.
Okay.
I'm
You
trying
wanna
to
come
figure. I
find
tried to
us?
come back, but I didn't. I guess I'll go south.
You go south. You travel south for a while, and there's a fairly large cloud fog in front of you, blocking your way per se. Would you like to pass through it?
Yeah, I guess.
You pass through it, and immediately bump into the back of Maybe.
Oh,
What?
Oh, there he is.
Wait. I thought you walked. Where did you come from?
well, I went north a ways, and then I went back south to try to come back, and I appear to be on the other side.
Oh no. We may need to find another route. If this is. If it's like this on the river, then maybe it's not like this elsewhere. But if we travel along. If we travel along the east bank, it's nothing but wasteland. We'll be prey for any creature stalking those wilds. We could loop around one of the mountains, but that would add hours to our trip, and there's no guarantee it would get us there. I don't know what we should do.
Is there still fog near us?
Yes.
If I flip on my anti-magic amulet, does it go away?
No.
Okay.
Frizz is gonna look at what you just did. He's gonna say, "What is that?"
Anti-magic bubble.
Vespa. How funny. How funny. Imagine having an anti-magic bubble.
You trying to roll deception? Is that what deception sounds like?
He's poisoned.
Go ahead, roll deception with disadvantage, loser.
Incredible break.
Hey,
I'm a little loopy. I'm a little loopy.
Clear.
for the record, I'm convinced.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Is this a secret?
– 23.
All right, Frizz goes. I was gonna say, having one of those would be crazy. Would maybe be useful, but it's playing with fire here. Anti-magic doesn't work in the Feywild. Maybe not the way that you think it does.
Yeah, it's just a little trinket. More a good luck charm than anything, you know.
Ah. Well, if that's how you turn it on, you may as well leave it on. We're gonna need all the luck we can get, clearly. Okay. Let me think. I can just remember. I might be able to. Nah. Looks like he's trying to cast a spell.
Can I try to figure out what spell he's trying to cast?
You can. Roll an Arcana check. With
Yeah,
disadvantage.
I know.
Mhm.
I know.
I'm gonna rub it in.
In the meantime, I'm really trying to figure out, is there anybody here who could help us? Like, I don't feel very well.
Anybody
Does anybody have any?
I need a big
Does anybody have any like poultices of herbs or something something that would help us. I feel quite queasy.
I barely have the clothes that I have on.
I have. Well, I may. I don't.
He has an idea.
I have a few ideas. I don't have any ideas. I'm not going to be able to cast that, but I might be able to help with the poison.
What, do you take that like a book? No, that's not gonna work.
Please, if you could.
I don't have that many spell slots. We may need them later.
Is he mini?
Would
Is
if
that a
it
gaming?
cured us, would the poison just come right back? Like, what is?
What exactly is a spell slot?
Well, that's the way that elves categorize their magic. Spells of different potency require different magical energy, so the Eladrin created a system of categorizing the innate quantity of energy that a spell takes. So, for example, elves categorize spells into levels. I have a first level spell that takes 1 spell slot, but in reality I have generally 4 slots allotted for that first level spell. But if I use it, that's a quantity of magical energy that has to recharge. It may recharge quicker or slower depending on where we are in the Feywild, and with the Citadel being in the state it is, it could be either. We may enter the Citadel and magic is abounding, or we may enter it and it may be a chasm in which our spells cannot recharge. From what my father described, I don't recall if it was one or the other.
I'm writing that down. It's curious, interesting.
I have a few spells prepared, a few that I'm trying to remember. There was one. It was if you've been to a place before, or if you've heard of it, there's a way to teleport there. But I vaguely remember how it works. I don't think I can do it. My father could have. No. It's also, I've never been there, so from what I recall, it would be even harder to land in the right area, even if I could cast the spell, because I've never been there myself. I just know of it.
Is that one of those spells that they warn you about? Like, you can end up in a wall?
Potentially. Suffocate to death. You can end up in a different plane if you don't know what you're doing. Casting spells in the Feywild is a particularly delicate art. We have some study of material plane, but things are very chaotic, and you have to account for the chaos. The way that you account for the chaos is only casting when you know all of the elements around you and you have control of the situation. Right now, we do not have control of the situation, so I would not advise casting if possible. Right now, I would say if you're not in any life-threatening danger, I would deal with the poison. I have a way to deal with it, but if possible, I prefer not to, just in case. Things could get better, or things could get worse.
Maybe he's going to wander off to pee.
I'm afraid that in this situation that things get worse, this poisoning, if that is what it is, will only exacerbate the problem.
Well then, let me ask you this. You are are you a caster?
I cast, yes.
As does Wizard, yes?
Well, it's in the name.
Of course. Are you familiar with the spell Absorb Elements?
Yes.
No.
Well, if you cast Absorb Elements, you may be able to physically suck the poison out of your system. Typically, as you know, Absorb Elements, well, I assume you know, there are many heresies of magic, but typically, when you cast Absorb Elements, you're doing it in reaction to some large sum of elemental energy, not within you, but as a danger sense. Something sort of triggers in your mind and you make the necessary steps to address it. This is a little bit different. It's more difficult to trigger in the sense of purging poison, but it should theoretically be possible. You just have to visualize the danger in a different way. The spell should be the same regardless.
Interesting.
So, Wizard, you say you are not familiar with the spell.
Yeah, correct.
It's very simple. All the components are somatic. If you can wave your hands, then you can physically suck the poison out of your system. Do as I do if you want to attempt it. Your spell slots are your own to burn. Observe. Roll Arcana. Disadvantage.
May I also attempt to learn it?
You can assist. Oh, do you not know it? You just know of it.
I know of it. I
Oh,
don't know.
but you don't know it. Look at you guys.
I got 24.
With disadvantage. Seriously?
The other one was a nat 20.
Wow. Look at you. All right, Malachi. You got some competition now.
No, I'm just gonna do whatever he does. So
Well, you got to roll Arcana.
yeah.
Uh-huh. You can do whatever he does, but here.
I mean, that could get a 24. Can I just use that?
Okay, so Frizz explains in intricate detail the hand positionings and the muscle tension and this and that and guides, wizard and guides Malachi. Malachi's struggling because he's explaining it like a wizard and not like a sorcerer. And FS is like, oh, this is easy. Picks it up immediately. FS, you actually, in mirroring him, visualize the danger, target it in your body, capture it, and you purge the poison from your system. You burn a first level spell slot. But the next time that you have a melee attack, you can deal 1d6 poison damage with your melee weapon.
All right, maybe just
When the
return from
poison has been
eating.
purged from your system, you are no longer poisoned.
Yay.
And you can add absorb elements to your spell list. It's very simple.
Oh, that was easier than I thought it would be.
It's a very simple spell and quite important.
Yeah, I'm trying to learn, and I'm just like breathing heavily, like, yep. Super simple. If you wouldn't just mind writing the instructions down in my little book here, I could probably learn it later when I feel a bit better.
Okay.
Thank you.
That being
He
said, I
writes what he
still
knows in
think
his little spell book.
we should preserve the spell slots. If necessary, like I said, I can use mine, but there may be greater dangers ahead. I would advise
It's a
that you,
reaction spell.
It is. So the way that he taught you to do it, you had to rethink what your reaction was. So, but it was still, you managed to trigger it.
Gaming.
Yes.
Fortnite.
All right. In which case, Frizz says, regardless of this, we have to figure out what our path forward is. We lost Bird for a time. The compass is not behaving. So we could try to continue down the river. Theoretically, we could try walking along the east bank or further out into the wastelands, which I'm not a fan of, or we could circle the mountain, all of which will add time to our journey. But maybe to avoid the fog, it's what we need to do. Unfortunately, I can't promise anything.
Oh boy.
Well, I don't want to be the one to make this decision on my own. What do we think?
Whatever you think is best, honestly. The sooner we could get some sort of someone who can help look at our conditions, the better.
Maybe we should simply get out of the fog, and then you can practice casting the spell yourself. I think it would be more beneficial for you to have as well, particularly if this becomes a recurring problem.
Yes, I concur. I'm just leaning on Dry. Is Dry sick, by the way?
Nope. She's completely fine, and she's like, oh, you poor thing.
He's like skill issue.
Man,
Not like his
bench.
His wife does not tell him it's a skill issue.
Malachi is
But she gives him a
100%.
look, and he knows.
I was gonna say Malachi is 100% the kind of guy who, as soon as he's not feeling well, he's gone
He's
right
out.
back. So, like, he's a baby,
He's in bed. He's like, this is the end.
He just has like a cold.
and he's like leaning on Dry, and he's like, "I don't feel so good, darling."
He stubbed his toe.
But
You
you
just
must
spit
be
it off.
strong, my dear. This poison will not overcome you. You have such a strong resolve.
Wife guy.
Rain is just looking, and I'm like, oh my god, this guy's a friggin' baby.
White guy.
All right. Frizz says, well, if I have to make the decision on my own, maybe we can try going around the mountain.
How long does that take?
3 more hours.
It's a small mountain.
Not particularly. It won't get us to the Citadel in 3 hours. It will add 3 hours to our journey. Our journey's already 4 to 5 hours.
Oh.
Yes.
Alright, well, I propose that we... And then I throw up.
Yeah. Great. Good. Yes. I agree with that. We should just stop and think. Stop and think. There has to be some other way we can deal with the fog.
Can I look at the fog and, like, I'm loopy, alright?
Huh?
I'm gonna use booming, well, I can't hit the fog, but I'm gonna attempt to whack the fog and use booming blade.
Okay.
Yeah.
It dissipates slightly, but it's
Just like a gunshot goes off.
It's kind of like, you know, when it was said that the Greek soldiers went and stabbed the sea with their spears to fight Neptune or whatever. It's pretty much like that.
I was about to say I specifically don't know because there's no Greek in this world.
Yeah, Greek got deleted.
You know, I was making an out-of-universe reference so that John could understand.
Sorry.
France exists, but Greece doesn't. What a crime.
Isn't it? It is.
If I just like beat my wings a little bit, does that clear the air a little, or does that just move the fog around us?
It's like stabbing the sea with 2 spears.
Wow.
Nice.
So it's twice as effective.
Two spears is better than one, and the sea will die eventually.
It has to.
It's like killing that dragon in Eladrin.
Alright. I gotta check and make sure I'm not missing anything yet.
Ooh, a penny.
So far, nothing yet has transpired. We're sitting and thinking. Frizz is trying to figure out if he knows a spell or a way to get rid of the fog. And I think the answer is he doesn't.
So if we just keep going, do we think we're genuinely going to go the wrong way?
I can't say. We might be able to get through by luck, but I feel like that would be it. And I don't like relying on luck.
What about some rope or some string or something, so we know if we got turned around? Something.
When I was following the compass, I waited until it turned, and then I turned around as well and kept following it north, just based on where it was pointing. And it's only when I turned around to head south that I bumped into the back of you guys, which doesn't really make sense. But
Well, we can try it, but like you said, there's no guarantee that we'll be making forward progress. If we're being teleported around or something similar, then we may walk 5 miles north and be teleported 7 miles south.
Well, I think it's worth trying something rather than just sitting here wasting time.
I agree. Let's at least get moving. Following the compass, sticking close together. Why don't you take the lead, Bird?
all right.
Okay. Go ahead and use your compass. Is there any ability check or thing you would like to make while using your compass, or is it just following the needle?
I mean, I could try some sort of check, whatever you think would be good, but I do have that like keen mind feat, so if the surroundings look familiar, I'll know that they're
Right.
familiar.
Okay. You walk,
So basically, I'll know if we looped like the first time.
yeah. You walk for quite a few minutes. Are you trying to avoid the fog, or are you just heading due north, whatever's in front of your path?
I guess we should probably try to avoid the fog.
Okay. In which case, you end up in quite the situation. because you're able to pick out pockets of the fog that you have to avoid. But of course, what it actually means is you end up traveling in much more of a maze-like fashion, where to avoid the pockets of rushing fog, you have to very swiftly move through the flowing fog. You're able to do it for a while at a reasonable pace. There are specific times when the fog picks up. During one segment, you're nailed to the coast with a thin passage, and the fog begins to creep over. You could probably sprint past it to an opening of fog before it rolls over, but everyone would have to sprint.
Yeah, I'm in great condition to sprint. Let's do
Yeah. Are we... How many poison people do we got? 3?
2.
I raised my hand twice.
Yeah, FS healed himself.
Oh, that's right. Could we just, like, help them run?
Wait, so who's poisoned?
Me.
Oh, I forgot about maybe.
Wow.
Me.
But yeah, Rain's pretty big. Could she, like, grab one of them and then... I don't know.
Yeah, she could. She could pick up Malachi and just run with him. And then maybe he'll just have to keep up.
I think this is a beefy guy, isn't he?
Yeah.
According to his art you made of him.
Oh, he's hunk. He's hunk and he's chunk, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Okay, he's the wimpy magic guy, and then Smart Fella's the, like, get down and dirty herd cows guy. He's like the little skinny guy.
Yeah. So, are we sprinting forward?
Really?
Yeah, no, really. Are we going for the sprint?
I guess... Are we not able to get across the river at all?
You could, but it's black, icky sludge. So if you want to go through the black, icky sludge with unknown properties...
Yeah, probably not a good idea.
Also.
I mean, I wouldn't have to, but...
Yeah. The
Bro, get the
fog rolls
spoon.
over. I'm going to need maybe to make a dex save.
Oh, well. I guess we're committed now.
Who's doing what?
Maybe is making a dex save.
Or am I?
Sun is being carried, so he doesn't have to.
Hey, hold up. I actually have to go pull up maybe's actual stats because they're not Barack Obama's stats.
It could be. At this point, he doesn't even have to.
They definitely can't be.
He could stop pretending to be Grouger at any point that he wants.
That is true. However, if he was a bird. Where? Oh, they're in my other Google Drive. This complicates everything.
It's a good question.
Right, I gotta play and watch this.
Okay.
If a changeling turns into like an owl, and can they fly?
Yes.
I should do that.
He's not fully a changeling. It's complicated.
Oh,
Changeling
no.
is just the easiest
I
thing.
just got conscripted to be an AI guy.
What? Well, for reference, everybody makes it through. Maybe's lagging and gets enveloped by the fog.
Oh yeah, he got a 10.
And
Oh no,
then
leg spike.
He's gone.
He is not around anymore. You don't know where he went. And the mist persists.
Wow, that really gets crisped.
Frizz goes, did we just lose? Maybe?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe!
Uh,
Alright, the fog is still rolling over. The area by the water looks mostly clear. Up ahead, you actually are very unsettled because you haven't encountered any beasts or anything for now, but now you hear giggling like that of a child. Like,
Oh boy.
We all hear the giggling?
oh yeah.
Okay.
Great.
At this point, I'm like,
I don't like the entity marked child.
Alright, so forehead, forehead
Like-
slipping through the fog. You see a child on a rock swinging back and forth with his legs, and he waves
I
to
don't
you.
trust like that.
I think
I don't trust
to
like
make
that.
it more like comforting to John, you should put a question mark.
Yeah. Just a little question mark. Alright.
No, like child.
A child question mark.
Oh, okay. Oh, right.
Child?
Child?
There, see, it looks so much more friendly now.
Yeah, child. Alright. Frizz, seeing the child and knowing that everyone else hears it, says, I don't know about that.
Well,
Come on over and play.
That's
Well,
not
definitely
me.
Just looks like a little spring Eladrin child.
I'm gonna hand the compass to someone and go towards it.
Like
Oh.
Frizz?
Sure.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Are you leaving them behind?
If they're not coming, yeah, I guess so.
Okay. Frizz is just gonna stand there frozen and look back like
I'll go with him. I'll go with him.
Oh boy. Okay. All right. Frizz is just gonna try to avoid the fog, and then like desperately say to Drea, Spirit, you don't know any wind spells, do you? We need to get this fog off of us. She goes, No, that's not quite how my magic works. Son, nothing. Son, wind spells, anything.
I've got a protege named Zephyr, and Zephyr is a child of the wind.
Okay. Alright, you guys are just trying to stay out of the fog. It seems to be stable. The child says, Hello.
Hello.
FS is holding his spear, but not aggressively, like just in two hands,
Would you like to play?
like in front of him.
If this child is speaking loudly enough that I can hear,
In Elvish.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna start cracking up laughing.
Okay.
Esper,
I
what's
was
it
like,
say?
he sounds exactly like Malik did as a child.
It's asking if you would like to play.
Oh no.
Come play. You all have to make wisdom
What?
saving throws, by the way. You walk within 60 feet of this thing, so.
What
I'm
kind
still
of game?
lost in the fog.
Too late. Before you continue, wisdom saves.
From everybody,
No, from the people within 60 feet of it.
I got an 11.
Y'all are.
Am I in
fine.
60 feet of it?
No.
Uh,
Let's see
yeah.
what.
I'm fine as he reads 40 feet.
I
Big
don't-
7.
It's not to scale. All right, what did wizard get on the wisdom save?
11.
Great. You both failed. So congratulations, you're now charmed. So yeah, you can attack, and it has advantage on ability checks to interact socially with you. So it's gonna say again, hide and seek game.
What does being charmed do for us, like, mentally? Like, do we trust this thing?
Oh yeah, it's just like an innocent little kid. You trust it implicitly.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
Yeah, it is. I haven't had many people to play with, but
Is it safe to be running around here?
yeah, there's no monsters. I checked.
I just don't want to get lost, but I do want to play with you. You
No,
seem
I
cool.
fight a lot of monsters, but I fought all the monsters, and there's no monsters here anymore because I fought them all.
Are there any other games you'd like to play? I'm not very good at hide and seek. I'm very bright white.
We could play. We could play Adventurers.
Ooh, what's that?
It's where we pretend to go around and fight the monsters. That's why I play a lot.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. Can your friends join? And then he jumps off the rock and forward.
They're not feeling too well. Well,
Oh.
a couple of them.
Can I ask them?
Well, here, I'll go ask here. I'll be right back.
Okay.
I will go. I'm still charmed, right?
Oh yeah.
Hey guys, do you want to play Adventures with the kid over there?
No. Frizz immediately responds.
I do.
Frizz immediately looks into your eyes. He rolls insight. Are you charmed? Oh my gosh. Have you
What's
been
the matter?
charmed? You're charmed.
Well, okay.
It means that you implicitly trust that child. It's a spring Eladrin. He's roping you into his games. It's a waste of time.
Why would he do that to me?
It's not necessarily a do. It's... I don't feel like explaining it. It's not a conscious thing. It just happens, and you need to be aware of it.
He's so nice. Look at it. He's a little kid.
And I'm gonna.
I know he's nice. We need to get going. The child approaches and says, "Do you all want to play with me?" Now everyone needs to make a wisdom save. Of course not, maybe.
1, 2. Hello?
Yes?
Okay, I wasn't sure if it was like. Yeah, I wasn't sure if I like. Okay. No, I was saying I want to walk over to Wizard
Oh, okay.
and I'm gonna like put my hand on his shoulder and be like, absolutely, old chap. I would love to play adventurers with you, but I'm currently not feeling well. So if your little friend knows of anyone or anything that can help me feel a little better, I would be totally down to play.
I can make you feel better.
That sounds creepy.
No,
No.
you can trust him.
You still have to make wisdom saves.
Okay.
You walk within 60 feet.
Fog is coming.
Frizz is also going to have to make a wisdom save, but he has advantage.
I am going to die.
Yep.
A wisdom.
Oh, don't you have disadvantage on saves?
No.
What is poison?
But I got an 8 anyway.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. He failed.
It's ability.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, failure. Drya failed. Linus failed. Serene immediately says, "I used to play adventure all the time as a kid. Yeah!"
I just start weeping, like genuinely just crying,
Okay.
and I'm gonna go over to the little Eladrin and be like, I used to play adventures with my little brother when we were very little, and then
So who
somebody
succeeded
came.
the throw?
Nobody. Except Frizz, who is now standing there with his arms crossed while the entire party is roped in.
I'm lost in the
At
fog.
which
Frizz.
point,
Frizz, come play with us. You don't know. We never know how much time we have with our loved ones before they're gone.
Frizz
Before some tyrant takes over the throne and sends you and your family scattered to the winds.
Frizz walks
Play
up,
with the child.
Oh.
switches from fall to summer, and for the first time, he reveals his what he has not done to you yet, and he says,
No, first put that away.
"Stop!" And that one word and the glare that he gives you as he lights up like the sun, partially blinding you, forces you all to deal with a intense fear. Everyone needs to make a wisdom save against Frizz.
Wisdom save.
17.
Vesper, I think, succeeds.
17.
My goodness, you are all the worst.
I got 11.
Alright, Wizard failed. Lioness failed. Jiraiya succeeded. So all of these people still want to play.
I
Frizz,
still want to play with the child.
Frizz snaps Wizard and Lioness out of it. He can tell that it works, and that he scared you. And he just tells both of you, run. Alright, you have to flee. He strategically positions himself south and begins moving faster than you've ever seen him move. Any direction you attempt to pick that isn't north, he flanks you. You're terrified. You have to run for your life. He's going to kill you. You sprint north through the fog, Ignore the child.
I'm in the fog.
Frizz leaves the other behind, and he pushes you through the fog, further and further north. You guys are sprinting, weaving between the fog, trying to not get teleported. And you guys are just running for your absolute lives away from Frizz.
Bro, chill.
You run and you run and you run, and it gets to the point where you are absolutely exhausted. You've been running for like 2 minutes. And you notice, though, that the fog has dissipated. Funnily enough, Frizz lighting up has burned it away. Physically burned it away. The fog has dissolved in his rage. Everything around you is cleared, but you're still running for your life because he is on your backs. And it gets to the point where you can't do it anymore. You're exhausted, you're done, and you have to stop. And you look back, and finally, he's not behind you. And so you and Rain can just sit and try to catch your breath. She goes, what was that? Why did he do that?
There's like tears in FS's eyes.
She holds you. She hugs you. You both crawl on the ground, horrified. And she looks around, draws her axe, looking to see if Frizz shows up.
The beginning of
And
a
you're
beautiful
just-
romance.
You're just in the forest. Horrifying. The river is widened. It's black. It's oozy. The trees are nearly all dead in this segment. But as I said, the fog appears cleared. Frizz just pushed you all forward. But thankfully, he's not anywhere in sight. Or, again, you would be having a horrible, horrible time. You sit and collect your thoughts. And eventually, maybe I'm going to need you to make a survival check.
The fog.
The fog is coming. The fog is coming.
The fog consumes. The fog consumes 16.
16. Okay. You figure out how to navigate the fog.
The
And,
fog.
You have gotten north enough to the point where you hear two people losing their minds.
The fog
Cowered
is
on the
coming.
floor crying.
The fog consumes.
Are you just saying this from behind a tree quietly?
Fog consumes.
Great, we're going to go with that. In which
Fog
case,
consumes.
the rest of you who are not scared by Frizz, the fog did clear around you. And the child says, "That was scary. We should play hide and seek from him. Or maybe,
Absolutely. I agree.
Ooh, or we could play adventure and he's the monster."
Wait, where's Frizz? Where is he now? Where is he, like...
He's not in eyesight.
He's annoying?
But
I'm looking for him. I'm telling the child I will play in a little bit, but I need to talk to him because I think that was absolutely unnecessary. You don't do that to a child. It's actually in poor. It's just poor form, honestly.
he's very scary. I'm gonna play hide and seek. We should hide from him. Hide, and then he grabs your
Well-
hand.
Well, do you remember I said we need to? I'm not feeling well, so let's deal with that first, and then absolutely we'll play hide and seek.
Do you guys want to play now? He
What,
turns to
hide
Dryad
and
and
seek?
Bird. Yeah. Please. He gives you puppy dog
I
eyes.
suppose.
Spirit goes, well. Let's see when he rolled. Oh no, she rolled higher than him. She goes, "I don't feel I can leave my husband. He isn't feeling well, you see." And then the child goes, "Fine, I'm playing with the bird man. I'm gonna count and you hide.
The
1,
fog.
2, 3. Alright, Vesper, you gotta hide.
You'll hide straight up.
Alright, roll stealth. Shortly after, Frizz comes back, still in a blaze of light.
Only a
He's
16.
angry at both of you, with the child counting and with Vesper hidden. Well, let's see, does Frizz see you? Oh, he actually does.
The fog.
I'm literally bright white.
Yeah, so that makes sense. You're in a...
The fact that I'm good at stealth at all is a
It's
miracle.
true, it's true. You're in, like, liquid death garbage bird. All right, so Frizz walks up and just glares at Mount Mandril and says, "We need to move. The fog is cleared. Let's go."
And I agree with you 100%, but I just wanted to talk to you about moving forward. That is not the way to behave. Honestly, that was a little child. And I think you could have handled it a little bit better.
Wrong.
I'll kill you.
Frizz is gonna step forward and glare at you and say, "I have restrained my true nature from you for your protection, and I only now reveal it for your protection. Move or die in the woods here."
I'm going to be like, okay. All right. And I just lean back down on Drea. I don't know how much I need to say this. I do not feel very well, sir.
He immediately absorbs elements, pulls the poison out of you, and then throws it onto the ground. And he says, "Move!"
Oh, okay. And I take Dry's hand. I'm like, honestly, thank you. Darling, let's get going. Vespa, we've got to go.
"I can see you, bird. Get out of there." And the child goes, "I haven't finished counting." 18, 19, 20, 21. All right, what are you doing, Vesper?
I guess maybe Frizz found a better hiding spot.
Maybe.
If he's able to see me, I must not be hidden very well.
You are. He's looking right at you.
I guess I'll go with him.
All right, very well. He sprints forward at 100 feet per round.
All right, big man. I can do 90.
Okay, you can almost keep up with him, but he's faster. And then lagging behind are Malachi and the rest. Frizz approaches Lioness and Wizard. And Rain immediately just goes, "Stay back! Stay back!" With her axe, coddling Wizard, who is not a small man, by the way, who is large. Arm over it, axe out, like she's protecting a child.
Protecting her himbo.
Yeah. And Frizz just goes, "I'm not going to hurt you." And he takes a deep breath and attempts to calm you down. Well, it's kind of up to you. You can make a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah.
I will say we were following, but we were like rich people walking.
Oh, I know. Frizz is still mad at you because he knows you were rich people walking.
We're like holding hands.
Yeah. I know. You don't have to tell me. Yeah, no, I got it. I figured it out. Frizz is mad.
So we just blew past them at 190 feet per round.
Yes.
All
right. What is your wisdom save? What'd you get?
I got a 10.
Okay. You're still afraid of him. In which case you need to run.
Out of desperation, I'm gonna Misty Step as far away as I can.
Oh wow. Okay, he is gone. All right, Rain.
That's only 30
Rain
feet, right?
failed and is then gonna run with him, and Frizz is immediately just gonna turn to Vesper and go, "Can you follow them?"
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
At this point, we show up, and I just noticed, I just saw them disappear, and I'm like, see, this is why I don't think this was handled well.
You don't understand how things need to be handled here. First of all, I dissipated the fog. Second of all, this is the way that things are. If you want to be ready to enter the Citadel, you better have your mind fortified. Because not every Eladrin is going to withhold their nature for your protection. Consider it a rarity that you are not enchanted immediately by my presence. I work tirelessly. I work tirelessly to withhold my true form from you so that you can be of sound mind. And I say again, you were not of sound mind interacting with that child. I did what I needed to do to get you out of there. Do you still have a problem with that?
To begin with,
He's gonna nuke Malachi.
To begin with, honestly, from the very beginning, I've tried to be friendly. And I just feel like, one, you were holding things back from us, which I understand. I don't play all my cards either. But again, I do believe tact is always important. That's all I'm saying. I appreciate all that you've done and all that you're doing, but it is a bit off-putting. I just wanted you to think about that.
Would you prefer that I left you with a child and you wander in the forest for 100 years?
Well, we don't know if that would have happened, so...
Consider the fact that I know more than you.
A reign would last 1,000 billion years.
No, Malachi's brain can't handle that.
You know...
I do know.
Let's agree to disagree. All right, old chap?
No.
And I just take Dryer's hand and we start walking.
He grabs you by the chest, stops you, and says, "You're not dismissed."
I do believe I am, sir. And I just kind of slip under his hand, and then he's go, listen, none of what you're doing currently makes us want to continue working with you. Just think about that.
Think about the fact that you're about to walk into unknown territory, and every attempt I've made to keep you safe. Oppose me.
Can I tell you something? With or without you, we would have been walking into unknown territory.
Incorrect.
You have all right. We don't know anywhere here. Wherever we go is unknown territory to us. We would have to.
The Feywild is my home. I may not have been here specifically, but I know its dangers. And when I tell you to move, you need to move. If you don't do what I say, or if you're charmed and I have no way of doing things other than physically moving you out of the situation or using another form of the same charm, I will do what I need to do to protect you. Again, you seem to think that there's some mystical third option where I could have walked up to you and said, "Oh, chap, do you realize that you're charmed? You need to get out of here." It doesn't work like that.
You didn't try that, so...
because it doesn't work.
Well, I don't know that.
I do.
Better fighting.
Okay. And I'm going to continue walking.
He's arguing with a charmed guy.
All right.
Wait for it to wear off.
He's just going to let you walk off. And he's going to say, "Pride goes before a fall, Malachi."
I that on the side of an auto repair shop.
Absolutely not being prideful. I just think that the little child was not that bad.
You didn't catch the fact that he just used your real name that you never told him?
No, I honestly don't care. All right.
Podium.
Okay. Go ahead.
It's a good thing he doesn't know my name.
All right, maybe are you linking up with the group after witnessing that tea?
Fuck! Where is it?
He's not... I am looking for maybe, though, because I know he's not feeling well.
Thanks.
Okay.
I feel like maybe should fall out of a tree at this point or something
All right.
I'm going to walk over to him and say, if that was your hiding spot, that was a very good one.
What?
Oh, okay.
What? What a hero. All right.
I'm just imagining Gollum without the weird proportions.
Yeah.
Just a dude with the mannerisms of
That
Gollum.
is that is the mindset. It's Gollum with clothes.
Honestly, yeah. Not that far off. Okay. All right. You guys continue forward. The river has maintained its position to the right of you. It continues to widen as you go forward, and it also continues to blacken, which does not instill a great deal of confidence in you. The trees get thin and appear rotted. The wood is all infested. You're not sure if it's mites or a disgusting moss, but it is quite an unpleasant smell in the air. You're weaving your way through. The trees are quite large husks. It's not an immensely dense wood. Rain and Wizard have been kept track of by Bird. The group is linked up, but Rain takes the opportunity to say,
Oh,
"So is that summer guy gone?"
well, I was wondering, at which point does the charm wear off?
It doesn't really affect you anymore because you're not interacting with him.
Okay.
I mean,
So
it's just
now-
the fact that like you would trust that child, like
right.
so
No, I'm just saying. So now my mind is a little clearer. I'm like, oh
maybe.
gosh. I don't know where he's gone, and I may have offended him. I can be quite obnoxious. Did you know?
Yes, darling.
Huh. It seems he's been holding back a bit.
Well,
And,
maybe you
uh,
should just let him loose. Try to kill me and Wizard.
Yes, but I'm wondering if someone as powerful as he is still wanted our help. What exactly are we walking ourselves into?
Oh, I don't know. Hell. Can't be worse than him, though. I was the most scared I've ever been in my life.
I specifically think it could be worse.
No way. You weren't affected. You didn't see what I saw, man. Saw death in his eyes. A glimmer.
But I also think that he's afraid of something too. And that
Well, I'm afraid of him. About my fear.
Well, I think what Malachi's trying to say is that if you're so afraid of him, then what's he afraid of? You know?
Roll for persuasion. With advantage.
Am I giving?
Malachi's helping you.
Can I give Malachi advantage
Oh,
instead?
you could.
Cool.
okay.
Alright, you're all moving north at a steady pace now. What'd you get?
26.
Alright, Rain just goes, oh. I don't know about this whole thing.
I'm beginning to have some concerns myself.
Well, do we need him to guide us? The Citadel's just north, right? The fog is gone.
Fun.
My only concern, really, this is my only concern, is that I don't know if we've burned the bridge with him. I hope not. I really hope not. I hope he's got thicker skin than that. But on top of that, I don't know if we're going to find anyone else who's willing to work with us. And we do need a leg up if we're going to access these archives that so many people are after.
Well, maybe we should... Should we stop? Should we look for him?
I just assumed he was going to catch up.
What's that? And then Rain draws her axe and starts looking around frantically. She starts panting.
What is it? What is it?
Who said that? Who said that?
Is she still frightened?
Yeah. Is he talking to me? He's still gonna kill me. It's him, isn't it? He knows where we are.
What? They're closing in.
FS is clutching his spear.
She runs
He doesn't
away.
know what's going on.
Wait, no, before she runs away, can I attempt? I see her starting to run away. Can I use my telekinetic feat to like kind of hold her in place?
Yeah.
She
can.
has to make a strength saving throw. So
Okay, she got a 20-something.
okay,
She's
well,
she's running into the woods.
I'm gonna cast message. Wait,
Get it out! She falls to the ground.
just as an aside, I kind of say to everyone, she's supposed to be the muscle.
All right.
She's actively dying in the field. She's supposed to be better.
Well, there goes the neighborhood.
Just I'm concerned.
She begins transforming.
What a waste of an asset. I mean,
She begins to transform. What?
Vesper, what's your passive perception?
20?
Okay.
Yes.
Great. Give me 1 second.
Huh?
That's also my passive insight, if that matters.
What? What's happening?
Vesper, in front of you, behind Rain, there appears to be a strange-looking creature, yellowish, with jaundiced-looking skin, sharp, spiky hairs, disgusting crab-like claws, and a face like that of an ant with mandibles sticking out, as well as horns or perhaps antennas, and it is cloaking itself in the tree, while Rain is on the ground. Everyone roll for initiative.
I'm good at this.
Oh Lord!
Oh, now I get the nat 20 on initiative. Come on.
Oh
I got
Lord!
11.
Okay.
Barack Hussein Obama got a.
Everyone just remember your rolls.
Great.
Things
Got
get
10.
complicated from here on out. I have a lot to manage.
When you went to your secret meeting with Brenda, did you discuss that he's not going to have a character for 3 in-game weeks?
Yes and no. He's known that for a while. He has a very different role right now. We've been messaging, so I'm not going to say that everything that's happening is Brendan's fault, but to absolve myself of responsibility for what happens, everything that happens is Brendan's fault. Is that true? Not at all. But I can use that excuse so that if a party member dies, we all blame Brendan. Everyone got it?
Yeah.
Great.
I know where he lives.
You do.
Come
That
on,
being
Brendan,
said,
kill me. You won't. What
That
we
being
see,
said-
me and John see Brendan tomorrow.
This is true.
everybody buckle up because now it becomes my turn.
I should install on my gaming chair so I can buckle up.
Honestly, I should just do this digitally. It's going to take forever. So let me pull up. I'm just going to roll on maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Just throw this down here.
Ooh, that was in, like my left ear. I didn't like that.
Alright, so we're looking at 30 hit points left while she's dying on the ground, transforming, and her fur is falling out. Okay. Anybody have
Is it being replaced with other fur?
No. She's turning into one of the creatures.
Oh, good.
Only you can see that. Go ahead and anyone have over 20?
25.
Great, you're the guy. You only see one of these creatures, and it's burrowed in the rotting bark of one of the trees.
So, in character, it looks like Rain is transforming into one of these things that I see in the tree.
Yep.
All right.
Find one of these. This one should work. Nope, this one.
Oh boy.
I forget, what is Rain?
A leonin.
Yeah.
Is a lioness. That's why she's called lioness.
Yeah. I don't. I'm just gonna do the full. I don't really have anything else to do right now, so I'm gonna do the full action. Shoot this guy with advantage.
Okay. Go ahead.
18 to hit.
Yep.
All right. Big steady aim. That's what it's called. 21 damage, piercing.
Nice. It loses one of its eyes as you shoot straight through its head. It's not dead, but it goes, and like tries to brace itself on the bark, and then it hides under the full cover within the dead tree.
Question.
Yes.
Because we saw where he threw his thing, do we now see that thing?
Yes.
Because I don't know if, okay, cool.
Anyone 15 to 20?
I'm 16.
Okay, alright, you're the guy.
Yeah.
I'm up.
You're up.
I'm gonna die.
Yeah, you just saw the little creature duck within the dead bark.
I'm hiding.
Crawl
Okay.
up the tree
Would you like to
like
hide
an
in the dead
animal.
bark of this tree?
Waiting.
Sure.
There's a mean lock in it.
A what?
It's over.
You don't get to know what it is. Not yet.
Alright, this is all you hear.
Yeah, but there's a giant monster staring you in the face. It's like a humanoid-sized bug man with jaundiced skin, and like, let me just take it. Let me just
Wait,
give you a picture.
Bugman?
Look. Hold on. I'm grabbing a picture in chat.
I'm thinking of like a Thrive cream here.
Here you go. Guess what it is?
It's
That's not a
over
Thrive
for it.
cream.
It's a bug. I have advantage against bugs.
Of course. Well,
I go crazy.
Go
Wait,
crazy.
really?
It's a fae, but
Yeah, but look at it.
yeah, sure. All right, what do you got, maybe?
There is no bug creature
Yeah,
type.
that's not
Give it
gonna
to
hit.
him.
Alright, so we lose maybe.
All right.
Maybe we
it's
do.
immediately gonna react to you. Go ahead and roll a wisdom saving throw.
A titanic battle inside this tree.
Actually, you don't have to make a
Just-
wisdom saving throw now. I'm incorrect.
It's like he crawls
Nice.
up a tree and
All
then
right,
we just
I
hear
rolled a
like
22 and a 20
hissing.
to hit. How are we looking? Do those both hit? I'm gonna assume they both hit.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Okay, great. So that's 12. That is 15 damage. Make a Constitution saving throw, please.
what stat sheet is he using?
Obama's.
Oh
Alright.
no! What did you say?
Con save.
Okay. That's about right.
What do you got?
Pain.
A 10? You're
Yeah.
paralyzed for
five?
1 minute. You can repeat a saving throw at the end of each of your turns, but you are currently paralyzed. Have fun. Oh, that's right. By the way, whatever your greatest fear is currently being projected into your mind.
Oh no! I'm
don't
making
really-
it during an exam.
I don't really know what that is, but
Oh, God,
you begin
Prime
to
Day.
be eternally tormented by the fact that no, it actually extends beyond. It's not tormenting. Maybe it's tormenting Nick. Nick, you see visions where every day is a delivery driver's Prime Day. There are 400 packages.
It wasn't
There's
that bad,
nobody
guys.
to give you a rescue
really
route.
wasn't that bad.
You drive your van into a ditch
Nobody
every
could
other
rescue.
stop. It's an endless work day, and every customer has a dog that is not restrained. So,
You're
that's
also
what's-
being paid to say that it's not that bad.
Yes. So all of that is being projected into your brain. So have fun with that.
I'm gonna feel coming through too.
Anyone got a 10 to a 15?
Me.
Well,
Yeah.
both of y'all are up.
Do I see the thing attacking maybe, or is that hidden in a tree?
Well, he probably screamed, so
Can I see the farther one, or is it like hiding?
it's hiding now, but you know that it ducked into the tree. You can't see either of them, but you know that they're both probably in the dead trees.
I'm gonna move towards maybe and see what I see.
Alright, you peek over the edge, and there is in fact a weird ant-mandible creature, like, stabbing him actively, and he's unconscious.
Oh
Or
gosh.
paralyzed or something.
Alright, I'm gonna try and raid frost the bug.
Okay.
Does a 17 hit?
It does.
3 damage.
Wow. How do you get that good? Alright,
Hero.
anything else?
He is slower now for the next
He is-
round,
he
so.
is slower. Alright, son, you're up.
It's gonna eat me slower.
Okay. From where I am, I can definitely see what's happening with Maybe, right?
No. You have to, like,
Okay.
mount the... Because the problem is, he leaped over, like, a 5-foot wall of bark to hide in a tree, and it got stabbed.
Okay.
So you have
In
to, like,
which case,
climb the tree
I'm-
and, yeah.
I'm gonna go towards Rain.
Don't go in the trees.
Is there anything I might be able to like discern about what's happening? Any way I could?
That's a good question.
Roll a funny check.
You feel like a still small voice tells you that you need to roll Arcana.
Okay. 11.
There is something linking her to her torment, but you can't isolate the sources. You could guess that they're the creatures in the trees near you, but there may be more. You don't know where they are.
Okay. In which case, that would have just taken about 5 feet of movement. So
Yeah, like,
from where I was. Okay.
well, 5, yeah.
So, I'm going to. Gosh. I think I'm going to.
What's your passive perception, by the way?
Don't worry about it. It's not good.
Okay, great.
I'm going to call back to Drya
Yep.
and say, shoot, no. Alright. I'm using my phone and it's kind of frustrating me. Alright, I'm just going to quickly cast armor. Well, no. Stupid. I'm gonna fly. I'm gonna transform and I'm gonna fly up to see if I get a better vantage point.
You can see one of the creatures hiding behind a bark. He's about half covered.
Okay, that does take my action. So would you say I went up like, what, 10 feet before I could see him or no?
Like 15, maybe.
15? All right, then I would still have about 10 feet of movement. Is that enough to get close?
You can get this close, yeah.
Okay.
Now it's really easy to see him.
Okay, but I'm still 15 feet in the air. I'll do that.
Yep. All right.
And that'll be my turn. Yep.
Drya is immediately going to grab a piece of bark off of a tree, twist it into a vine, and cast Shillelagh. And then she's gonna leap over the tree and attempt to bash the thing affecting maybe. There you see how Shillelagh work, right? Okay, that's actually gonna hit. Goaded weapons damage die becomes a D8 for a total of 4 plus 7 damage. And that's this guy, I believe. Yep. Alright, that's that. Didn't miss anyone in the turn, right? Oh, of course. Our star of the show, who is going to get up from the ground mid what appears to be transformation and reveal what once was a hiding. I'm not going to say what they are. And she is horrified and is immediately going to disengage and run away, backing up again.
Is she still transforming?
Not currently, from what it seems. Although, actually, wait. No, yeah, she's not paralyzed because she succeeded to save. Okay. That was her action and her movement. That's it. She is braced at the back of the tree with her axe ready, terrified. And the creature stands up next to Sol, but sun's in the air. So, I think we're back to Vesper.
Woo! This guy on the ground. I'm just gonna shoot him normally because I have an ally right next to him.
Okay.
23.
Yep.
Alright. Good there, sneak attack.
Well, he's not next to him because Malachi's 15 feet in the air.
Shoot.
Yes.
Alright, well,
Yes.
I'll just take the 11 damage, that's fine.
Okay.
Piercing damage, and then use my bonus action to give Malachi advantage on his next attack.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna move back towards Rain.
Okay.
And that's that.
Okay. I believe we're up to Maybe, who is paralyzed. You can repeat the saving throw. First, take 7 psychic damage as your mind is tormented with horrifying images.
Who's tormented?
Maybe.
Gotcha.
7 psychic damage. But he's allowed to roll a save to try to no longer be paralyzed to con save.
Yeah, and I'm gonna get it. Watch this.
Go ahead. Yeah, that's a success.
Effortless.
Does that count as an action? I don't know. Let's say it does.
It could.
Nah. You can use an action to make you do it.
Alright.
No, because it's still just like a saving throw and an effect, right?
Yeah. It's just he gets to repeat the saving throw, so he should be able to go for it.
A 9 murders him.
A 9 does not murder him, but it gets him closer to being dead.
Well, I didn't hit him.
Oh. No. A 9 to hit? No. No way, Jose. You don't have advantage because it's an ally nearby?
I'm in a tree though. Does that matter?
Yeah, but she's 5 feet away from you. Like, she leapt into the tree nearby you and is sitting on top of, like, the side of the bark.
There's a
grabbing
big
it.
tree.
She bonked it on the head.
Alright, well, watch this. 16.
Yeah, yes.
Ooh. Worse than a 16. I
What
guess
the heck? No. Oh, gosh, maybe. No.
Listen, he's
All
more
right.
of like a subterfuge
Does a
character.
16 hit you?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, heavens. Oh, maybe no. 8, 11, 12 damage. You gotta roll another con save to be paralyzed.
Oh, no. But it's a good thing I'm good at these now. 11?
That's a success, shockingly.
Cool.
It is a
It's,
low con save. It's the
Let's just
only
say
thing.
if like I was like some sort of like taco store, like a Taco Bell, for example, I'd be
Yeah.
pretty close to out of
Alright, You're not
business.
paralyzed, but you did take a ton of slashing damage. You are completely slashed up right now.
Like, let's say if Beck were to order, you know, delivery, I would not be able to
Alright.
cater them.
Now, this is where things get funny. Blink! It disappears in a wisp of darkness and is no longer in the tree. Blink! And now, the gamers roll out. A 14 and a 10 do not hit. That one does hit for a total of 5 piercing damage. Rain succeeds and is not paralyzed, but is slashed again and is not in good shape. Now we move to Malachi and FS.
Hey, so do we hear that this is happening over there? Because now that I've seen they're gone.
You see it disappear in a black wisp. You don't know where it went.
Okay, but like from where I am up in the air, and I like look around and see.
Yeah, you very quickly realize that they are all encircling Rain.
Okay.
I didn't get hit, did I? I stepped back for a second.
Nope.
Cool.
I assume that maybe isn't dead yet. I'm gonna
Not yet.
turn around and I have line of sight to one of the guys.
You do.
Alright, I will magic missile the closest one. I mean, for a 2, a 5, and a 5.
Okay. To hit? Oh no, magic. I'm dumb. Okay.
Yeah, it just hits.
Alright, 2, 5, 5. Oh wow, he has 1 health. Lol. Or are you hitting different ones?
No, same guy.
Alright, yeah, he has 1 health. Alright. Well, he's definitely not doing anything anymore. Rain is gonna try to freaking bonk him on the. Are you kidding me? Okay, I get 1 more. Okay, she misses every single attack. Cool. Cool. Awesome. Malachi.
So I'm gonna fly towards them,
Okay.
And then
Manage, remember?
yeah, okay, cool. Let's see. Did I pick careful spell? I don't think I did pick careful spell. Oh, unfortunately. Okay, that's fine. So I'm going to use a sorcery point and quicken spell. So I'm going to do 2 rays of frost.
Okay.
On the one to the left of Bird.
Okay.
And I think, yeah, I have advantage on that. So, let's see. All right, so 24 to hit.
Yep.
And rolling damage. So that is 7 points of cold damage plus 7 points of radiant damage plus 5 points of extra cold damage from my dragon heritage.
775.
Yeah,
So 19.
19.
Oh, they both have 1 health.
And if he hasn't gone down, I'm gonna just Eldritch Blast him.
Okay, well, you can wipe him.
And that's what I'm
Cuts spill
saying.
across the floor. He is
Oop,
dead.
16 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay.
Yikes.
How many beams do you get on that?
2.
You target different creatures.
So I do the first one, and that's 7 points of force damage, and then I target the one on the right.
Mm-hmm.
I have to roll to hit that one too.
Yes, you do.
I don't think I hit. It's 13 to hit.
Nah, 16 is yes.
Okay. So
Actually, no,
my
15,
Eldritch
my
Blast
bad.
misses the next one.
Yeah, unfortunate. He has 1 health. Okay. Now things get interesting. Some of the other creatures come out of the woods and begin to encircle you. From what you can tell, they're all over the place. From the distance, you are blinded by a light, and you'll never believe who it is. Frizz steps in, walks towards one of the creatures that's encircling you, rolls 2 hits, and that's going to do a total of this plus this. Oh, that's the wrong die, actually. No, that was the right die. Shoot it in, it's going to be this plus 8, so that's 10, so that's 20, that's 28. Third time, I do. Just enough, slices off the head and kills it. He is blindingly bright. The remaining creatures all have to roll wisdom saves as he enters their presence. Failure, 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 1 success. In which case, all of the remaining Meloks are immediately going to scream and bolt for the woods, abandoning their attack, including one that provides an opportunity attack. Actually, it would be this one. One that provides an opportunity attack. Rain is going to take, and of course, miss. Vesper.
Vesper can take a 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
What did I do?
You can take an opportunity attack on a fleeing
Oh.
Melot.
Alright. I will use one of my katanas.
Okay.
21 to hit.
Yeah. How do you want to kill it?
I guess if it turns, I just slice it right down the back.
Straight down the back. Its acid-like yellow blood pours out and falls onto the ground dead. There is only 1 Melot remaining in combat. Vesper, it's actually your turn.
Alright, I'm gonna stab this guy as well.
Go for it. You have advantage.
Okay.
Don't you? Because you're within an ally?
No, that just gives me sneak attack.
No, never mind. You have sneak attack.
Well, it was a 20 and a 21. Like
Yeah,
the first roll
okay.
was a 20, so it's,
Yeah, you're
yeah. If we're using the optional flanking rules and they're on the other side of it, then I think we get advantage. But What's 17 plus 8?
Enough.
25.
25. There you go.
That's enough.
Flashing.
It's gone. Completely eviscerated in one sweep. Alright. So finally, the mean locks have gone away. Not that you know what they are. Quite the encounter. Rain falls to the ground, exhausted, lost some of her hair, and is just panting. And Frizz immediately walks up.
I'm gonna fly over to her as well.
Frizz immediately walks up and says, "You need to calm down. Everything is fine. You need to calm down." And then she looks over and is initially like afraid, but then sees he's in his fall form. He's gonna roll persuasion, which he's not great at.
Can I give advantage because I'm flying over and I'm gonna just like put my hand on her shoulder and be like, calm yourself, right? And I'm gonna use healing hands and heal her for 8 points.
Okay.
Come on, that was a great moment for Be Not Afraid.
Okay. So
Be afraid.
she starts to slowly calm down. How many hit points did you heal her for?
8.
Oh, that's not enough. Okay. She's not looking good. She
Yeah, well,
is
we don't
bloody
have a
full.
healer.
Yeah.
That's all I can do.
And guys, what
not-
if there was like
she's
a
not
Taco
good.
Bell that may or may not
Frizz wouldn't happen to be a
maybe-
paladin, would he?
They may or may not be almost out of
It's yet to be
tacos for the night,
Alright.
and
Frizz
like
says,
if Taco Bell
just
runs out of
breathe.
tacos,
Focus
kind of a
on
problem.
breathing.
I'm gonna,
Mhm.
I'm gonna like wiggle. Maybe is he still frozen like a rock?
No.
I take 1 hit point of damage.
I
Okay.
guess at that point he could just make saves until
Are
he
you
gets it.
staying in the tree,
Yeah.
maybe?
I'm scared.
Okay.
He's also
can-
like
Yeah, didn't he-
dying.
Did he just see like the horrors of war for the
Yeah.
past 3 rounds?
Alright.
I speak. Listen, when you murder somebody, usually they don't fight back.
Alright. Frizz is just sitting on the ground. And then he sighs. And he says, "Those were mean locks. They're drawn to fear.
Meme?
Mean locks."
Just a little control face.
Frizz, I wanted to, I wasn't myself completely earlier. We do value your expertise and your help in navigating all of this.
That's got flashbang.
Yeah, hold on. I gotta pull up the right version. He says, "I understand your frustration." Where is he actually? I don't have a blue version. He doesn't go full blue. Where the heck is he? Oh, he's here. Alright. He goes pale. And he says, "You may have been right. Clearly my solution was inadequate. I doubt that these creatures would have been drawn to you had I not terrified your lioness and your wizard."
It's all right. I know what you meant to do, and you were trying to save all of us. So it is appreciated. But going forward, I know it's a little bit hypocritical of me to say that we should have all our cards on the table, but it would be helpful for us to know exactly who it is that we're working with. Anything that we keep to ourselves, truthfully, it's more in terms of specifics and not necessarily our capabilities.
I understand. You didn't tell me your real name.
No, and somehow you knew it. But I've learned that it's important to be nonchalant and act as if it doesn't bother me, so...
Well, if you want transparency, you should give it. But
This is
in
the Feywild,
sake,
and there's power in giving
I
names.
agree. So, for the sake of trust, I will give you my true name.
and I'm going to very quickly, because I think Vesper, I've worked with Vesper long enough, I'm going to give him a look, which means insight check him.
He says,
What
my
do you-
name is Thandrelea Sandrith Wariaros. I'm a descendant of a line of Summer Eladrin warriors. Not exclusively, but that is the line of my father. My mother was a season shifter, and my father experienced the same. He, if not her, at least had blood of a warrior inside of him. Hence our surname, Wariaros.
Wait, I did know his real name. How did I know it?
I think I told you out of character.
Okay.
Maybe I didn't, but
We might have overheard it or something.
don't know. Don't remember.
Okay,
Don't
anyway,
don't
yeah.
feel like checking. It's the Feywild.
Oh, that's fine,
Just
that's fine.
Write it off. Alright, anyway, he says, so, now you know if you didn't before.
And as you rightly ascertained, my true name is Malachi Sol de Lumiere, so I wasn't quite lying.
I see.
Wow.
Yes. I'm an insightful man. And that isn't a brag, it's a warning. I know when I'm being lied to. It's an innate ability of mine. It's what made me distrust my father when he hid the truth. It made me sober up when I realized what sounded like nonsense was the truth. Words have the
And you
power
think
of
it's-
life and death, after all.
Yes, but I do think wisdom tells us that we cannot always put everything out on display.
I understand that more than you may know. I've given up much of myself over the years. Pieces of myself that I may never get back. Sometimes I worry all that remains will be my rage, that it will outlive me. Regardless, we should get moving. We
One-
should stay calm.
Thing first.
Yes.
We had a brief conversation. If you're so much more powerful than you let on, what are you so afraid of in the vault? Or in the archives, rather?
His face goes cold, solid, and emotionless. He just says, I told you already, did I not? Surely you grasped when I was speaking of dragons, I was not being metaphorical.
We were told there was a dragon within the vault.
No, we mentioned that we were dragon slayers, and you kind of went off of that.
We were told there was a dragon in the vault, but we were under the impression that it was a prisoner, not a guardian. Is it both?
That's not so simple a question. Part of my reason for journeying to the Citadel is to verify that my father's last words were correct. I believe they are, but he is the one who read the prophecy, not I. If the prophecy is for me, I need to see it and hear it. See it with my own eyes and hear it with my own ears. And if my father is to be correct, and as I said, I know when I'm being lied to. He told me before he died. I heard his voice clearly. There is a black dragon that guards the archives. Now, whether that is true or not depends on whether my father was in the right state of mind when he sent me that message, that sending as his last goodbye. But he was not lying. If that is the case, I need to verify that I am the one that, as he mentioned, that the prophecy may pertain to.
A black dragon, you say?
Yes.
Oh, gosh. Why did always black dragons?
I thought we had heard of a silver dragon in the archives.
Mm-hmm.
That I've heard no such thing. My father was the historian. Well, no, yes. My memories have been escaping me. My father told me of a silver dragon that was captive in the archives. That is a different story.
Well, it would be convenient if we could pit them against each other, but...
Certainly, but I know not of how feasible that is.
Malachi kind of goes, just slightly winces.
It would certainly be a battle to spectate.
We could help the silver dragon maybe a little bit.
I kind of just nod just a little bit.
I have little knowledge of how the archives themselves are structured.
It really feels like we're maybe being a bit optimistic about this whole thing.
Depends on the nature of the prophecy and the aid we're given.
I'm just worried we're
In
being
over our heads a little bit.
being a little bit headstrong heading into something we aren't quite prepared for.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we'll learn more when we get there. I've told you most of what I know at this point. I feel like I should know more, but to be honest with you, again, as I've said, many of my memories have been taken from me.
And did you tell us how?
What do you mean?
How your memories were taken?
No, I don't fully understand myself. Something is warring against me. You said your passive perception is 20, Vector?
Yep.
There is a fall Eladrin, just kind of peeking over behind one of the trees, listening to this entire conversation.
I'm just gonna...
Do you make eye contact with him?
Yeah.
He says, "Hello, sorry, I don't mean to intrude," in Elvish. I apologize, I overheard quite the rumor mill over there. I might be able to clear some things up. I'm a traitor.
How long were you listening?
I heard about the Black Dragon and losing memories, and his father, and something about not sharing a real name, and his middle name is Soul. I heard a bit.
You heard the real names. That's specifically what I was asking about.
Well, I'm not one to steal a man's name. I'm no thief, I'm a merchant. Now, my name is Marcos.
And this is exactly, kids, why we keep our names to ourselves.
So,
Yes.
I
Maybe next time exchange over message.
Yeah, it's true.
So I can't help but notice the Meanlock corpses on the ground. I'm glad they weren't drawn to us. My band is less than a mile away. A few hundred yards, even. I saw the commotion. The Meanlocks ran through the woods, and I wasn't afraid. I went to investigate. Are you all quite all right?
I'm gonna insight check this guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go
I have
ahead.
a passive instead of 20.
Okay.
I got a 20.
Something's off about him. Like, his giggling is like off-putting.
I just thought he was
He's got,
nervous.
he's got tics. Well, I
You're
don't know.
going to use subtle spell
Okay.
and put hex on him.
Okay. He says, "Well, I don't know if you all really need any of my wares. I haven't much to sell with the state of the land, but I can assure
What do you
you
mean?
there's no such thing as a black dragon in the Citadel."
Poison resistance.
My hex is on charisma checks.
Okay. He says, "So, I mean, I can clear that up. But the Citadel isn't a great place to be, that being said, with all the poison. I've talked to the Duke about it, actually. I trade with him, and it's a real mess. But I'm afraid it's nothing that can be solved by ancient prophecies. It's just the nature of the land."
Mhm.
So that being said, maybe you would be interested in some of my wares. Would you like to see them?
He's got a shotgun.
Our dues, gold,
Poison
silver,
resistance
copper.
potions.
What kind of wares do you deal in?
Well, I have a
Hard
few
drugs.
arrows and other equipment, if you would like to see. Some are actually in my jacket here. But you may want to get a closer look at the goods.
Guy comes out from behind a tree giggling, opens up the side of his jacket.
The rest,
gonna
are,
flash
the
us.
rest are in my cart, but I have a sampler within my jacket walls. Come if you'd like. I can show you.
What do you think, lads? Do we need anything?
I mean, does he have any potions for like poison resistance, or maybe
Zarya
for
is
like
clinging on to Malachi and saying, "I don't trust you."
replenishing tacos?
I don't,
Were we-
I don't
what
either,
was the-
darling.
Our conversation that he overheard.
I have potions. I have arrows. I have trinkets, things to help with poison.
Were we speaking in common?
I don't know. Were you?
That's really between Malachi and Frizz. They were the bulk of the conversation.
Probably. Well, Frizz is speaking in Elvish at all times.
Gotcha.
So yeah, I would have been speaking Elvish.
All right.
So I would just like stare at him, and I'm gonna say, if we hadn't noticed you, would you have revealed yourself?
Well, I'm not sure. Like you said, it's hard to trust people in these parts. So I was listening in to see if I thought I could sell to you.
And now that you have this information, what do you plan on doing with it?
Well, to sell to you.
No, no, no.
What do you mean?
Is that all? You don't have any. You know. Is there anyone who you know might be interested in buying that information from you?
What information?
Well, you heard some very important names, and you've heard mention of some key and very specific things. And I have to wonder if a trader such as yourself, you know, most importantly, that if anything has value, it's the information.
I'm just. I don't deal in. I don't deal in information. I deal in physical commodities.
What are you
Uh-huh.
selling to out here?
Oh, there's not many, but hunters, wanderers. There are a few in these woods. They're dangerous. The poison affects some of us. I have remedies. I have a home. I'm an apothecary. I have home remedies, herbs, medicinal things to help with the fog.
The fog we passed, or the poison fog further up?
No, the fog is the he's like really straining to get the words out. The fog. Never mind.
And I'm going to ask a question, and everything you've said to us has been absolutely true.
Yes.
I guess insight check.
You have your 20.
Okay.
Technically, yes. Technically. He's got something up his sleeve, and he's been very careful with his words. Although not everything he said was true. He specifically spewed some nonsense, but much of what he said is true.
So there was nothing that would have been like deceptive.
He's
It's
lying
interesting
about
that
the
the
nature
one-
of the Citadel.
The one product that we showed interest in, he immediately went, never mind. That's really
Mm-hmm.
weird.
Okay, so if I'm able to pick up that he was not being clear about the Citadel, I'm going to say, well, here's what. Perhaps you can expand on your wares. And why don't you tell us a little bit about my friends and I, we're new to these parts and we've heard so much about the Citadel. Why don't you tell us a little bit more about it?
Well, it's a bit of a mess. Now, you see, the king has been trying to unite everyone so that the blight can finally end. You see, because apparently it's said that until that happens, so he says that until that happens, we can't have peace. But the Duke doesn't believe that. And it doesn't make too much sense to me, but I stay out of the politics. I just try to sell what I can, and I don't try to judge anyone just based on what season they're in or whatever it may be. I just want to help, is all. And the council is in a tight spot. The people are, well, it's been a very trying time in terms of famine. We've had some starvation. Those of us who are left have been very careful about our diets and our magic practices and our hunting patterns. Speaking of which, are you going to eat any of that mean-lock meat? If I could just come over and grab some, and he walks forward.
How about we do a little trade of our own?
What do you propose?
Well, this prime meat is only here because of our actions. How about you pay us for it?
Okay. What do you want?
I'm going to look at Frizz and say, what's a good price for this?
And he just goes,
Well, I'm sorry, I'm going to cast message and do that.
okay. And he says, if you give him one of the least mutilated corpses, ask for some of his home remedies, healing potions. Maybe 3 healing potions, 1 remedy for all of us.
Okay. We'll give this to you for 3 healing potions and remedies for each of us.
Roll persuasion.
$17.
Okay. Well, that's a fair deal. Can I come get the meat? And he steps closer.
Well, how about you go and get your things?
Well,
and
I have them on me. They're in
Oh,
my
you
jacket.
do?
Yes, you can come retrieve them if you'd like. I have
yes,
three
yes.
potions on me, conveniently. I may have to run back for some of the herbs, but I can at least give you 5 to start, and then I'll just get the rest. Come, you want to take them from my jacket?
Sure.
All right, you walk forward.
Can I step in front of him and motion to let me do it?
Okay.
Yes, Vesper, go ahead.
All right.
I'm gonna go for it.
Okay. You walk forward, and he immediately looks at you with an evil smile and goes, "Ah!"
I'm preparing my telekinetic.
He opens his jacket.
It's a flasher.
No.
I told
He
you. That's
opens
what I
his
said. I
jacket.
said this was gonna happen.
Around his neck is a bottle with a fireball inside of it.
Yeah, but where are his clothes?
The bottle opens up, and the fireball spills out, engulfing you, and then it completely fizzles out because of the anti-magic amulet.
My luck charm.
And then he looks, and then he looks at you, and he goes, "I didn't know that was gonna happen."
Oh, is that deceptive?
No.
So he didn't know that was going to happen.
He didn't know that was gonna happen.
I didn't.
Well,
I-
yeah, he didn't know you weren't going to be engulfed in flame.
I
He
didn't-
wanted
he
to
didn't-
kill you.
He didn't know it was gonna break. That's what he
Yeah.
said.
Okay. Well,
didn't-
I'm already using my telekinetic feet. I'm lifting him 5 feet.
Mercy, mercy.
Maybe
Mercy.
get him. Crawls on all fours.
All right.
Does he actually have healing potions on him?
Hell no.
No.
He's got nothing.
Well,
What was
he's
your
got meat though.
What was your plan?
Who are you, really?
I'm Marcos. So.
Were you just gonna kill me and hope you could kill the rest of them? I don't understand the
no.
logic
Well,
here.
I mean, he probably could have killed you and me.
He's incoherent. Oops.
I just don't see the logic in this attack.
We gotta. Don't.
Who sent you? Who sent you?
Me?
I don't know. He just starts crying.
I'm going to use Mind Sliver.
Yikes. He turns into a winter Eladrin. You mind sliver him? Is that a wisdom save?
Intelligence.
He succeeded.
Cool.
Is he wearing? Does he have any like? Are there any markings on his clothes or anything that could identify him, or is he just wearing like?
No, he's wearing like
Common garb.
leaf jackets, commoner's garb.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Um,
There's one
I'm
thing.
gonna have Rain like grab some rope and we're gonna like tie this dude up.
Okay. Please have mercy. I really have a cart. Just let me live. I have with my traders. We have supplies. Please give us the meat. Please.
Is he telling the truth now?
Yes.
Interesting.
So you never answered the question of who sent you.
I'm just here. Nobody sent me. I sent myself. The Duke.
Uh-huh.
I'm trading with the Duke.
Uh-huh.
He's telling the truth.
Who put that thing around your neck?
I don't know. I don't know.
Doesn't know.
Alright, fry him up, put him
Also
on the
telling the
spit.
truth.
Interesting.
Please.
Meat's back on the menu.
Well, I'm gonna ask Frizz, is this what it's like when you lose your memory too? When you have your gaps?
Yes.
Do you think all of the Eladrin are going through this as well?
I don't know.
What was the last thing you did before having this? What's the last thing you remember?
I was with the Duke sent me. He said I could work the route. That the fog wasn't too bad today. That I could go out of the citadel and see if there was anyone hunting, so I could get some gold or some food for at least us, maybe for him, and he someone I had not Summer Eladrin pulled me aside. I hadn't seen him, and I don't remember what he said to me, but I talked to him and then I left. I don't remember what he said. I don't know what we talked about.
I'm gonna lure him.
Interesting.
We don't have time to waste.
Well, he knows where the Duke is.
Do you actually have healing potions?
Yes. In our wagon.
When we get to your wagon, are we going to be ambushed?
I don't think so.
No. Give me a yes or a no.
I don't know!
Oh gosh, I'm really trying not to burn spell slots. Fine.
Eat him.
Wait,
I could actually be him.
Can I?
You're still in a tree.
Wait, did you say that out loud?
I'm in a tree.
He's in a tree.
But he could say it out loud from in a tree.
He could.
What is this? Tree guy reverberation? You heard a tree say he could eat him?
Please. This. Us. He slumps over and falls to the ground unconscious.
Let me go
Does it seem like
How do I be him?
Frizz picked up on the good luck charm?
He hasn't said anything, but that doesn't mean he hasn't picked it up.
Interesting. Well,
Okay. Got it.
we're being more honest.
Frizz kneels down. I don't know what's wrong with him. He slaps him. He doesn't move.
How common are summer Eladrin?
In the Citadel, fairly common. All of the King's Court are summer Eladrin.
And I'm going to look at Frizz and I'm going to say, full transparency, yes.
I should read
Yes.
his thoughts.
He spoke about meeting at Summer Eladrin a little while ago.
Yes.
That was not you, was it?
No.
I have to ask.
I've never seen this man in my life.
You understand, I just have to ask.
I understand.
Can I insight check him?
Yes.
I'm gonna do something crazy here.
I don't know if he's lying or not.
You sure don't.
Let me read his thoughts.
Can I use my passive or do I have to roll?
You can use your passive. You can always use your passive because you don't even... Yeah, that's how it works.
Big 20 passive insight.
He is not lying.
Cool. I'll give Malachi
But
a
is he
thumbs
telling you? Okay. Alright.
up. Lie detector test guy. Got the headphones on.
Yeah.
Give it a thumbs up.
Does anyone know what's wrong with him?
Well, I am curious about these potions he could have, as well as any remedies for the fog.
Well, he was going to lead us to the car. He's unconscious.
Can I try like a medicine check?
You
But
can.
I could read his thoughts.
14?
Maybe, are you saying something?
You try to feel his body
reading
heat,
thoughts.
and there is some heat. His
Hey.
forehead is very warm. He's not breathing. He
Hey,
is dead. But in
Um,
terms of what killed him, you don't know.
Wait, what do you mean killed him?
He's dead.
What?
He's dead.
How? What? He just fainted.
You give him like a heart attack?
I mean, do Eladrin have pulses?
Yes, we have blood.
Well, he does not.
Okay, good one.
I mean,
Wait,
you never know.
what did you get for your medicine check?
14.
Dead.
Gosh. And there's not any way to, like, resuscitate him?
Oh,
Hey, you
14.
can.
You don't even know what's wrong with him. You know he's dead. You don't know why.
I roll an Arcana to see if anything magical happened to him.
Okay.
I don't think anything magical could have happened.
I got 23.
I'm leaving
Oh,
the
shit.
tree.
Something happened.
Mhm.
And you don't know much, little wizard, but
Yeah,
you're
you can
pretty
make fun of
sure
me.
that a spell was cast or something happened that eclipsed the anti-magic field.
Gotcha.
Like a
Cheat.
kill switch.
Just quickly, because he died while he had my hex on him, I technically get to put it on someone else.
Sure. You're gonna put it on Frizz in the spirit
Yeah.
of trust.
Wow.
I
Yeah.
would like to leave the tree.
Okay. Finally, he comes out of the tree.
But I am going to say, because I don't know if maybe's been saying this out loud, but a little voice is whispering to me, "Hey, maybe you remember that one time you impersonated me, and you seem to know what I was thinking."
Not in the slightest. That happened?
Actually, wait, I don't know if I know that was you for sure.
It might have been like 6 months ago IRL.
Yeah, let me tell you, I got nothing.
I don't know this.
No. It was Kingy and I were fighting, and you transformed. Yes.
Oh, I don't know if he knew what you were thinking, but he copied all of your abilities.
Oh. Copy this guy, see if you die.
It's when he flew. It's when he flew.
Mm-hmm.
With your wings.
Yo,
You're fighting.
let me download this dead body.
Are you gonna? You turn
What's
into
that commercial?
Marcos? You doing it?
Yeah, sure.
Maybe.
Maybe he's now Marcos.
Play the you wouldn't download a car
sickly
music.
looking winter Eladrin with mangy hair and a leaf trench coat.
That's not it, but
There's an imposter among us.
Sure.
no. I'm Marcos.
Well,
I
that's unsettling.
I don't know what's going on.
Do you have any of Marcus's
I'm under attack.
spots?
What?
No. It's just
You
no.
look like him?
It's just polymorph.
No, not quite. All right, Nick. I have to give you some lore. Hold on.
It says polymorph. That's what I'm
Just
on
hold
the
on.
sheet that you gave me.
Hold on.
All right, guys. He's uploading. He's uploading a data sheet.
Oh, it's taking you a while to fully get
Guys,
accommodated to
I'm
this
now
new phone.
I'm now a Ukrainian man named Bill.
No.
Yeah, I
So
know
I'm
that.
pretty,
Okay.
Pretty
just
sure-
making
I did
that's what
ask that
Malachi knew
twice.
about this guy.
When
But
did you
then-
ask?
I went. I can read thoughts. I would like to read thoughts, and then
Yeah, he said
and then,
that
like-
many times.
and then like 2 minutes later, you went. He's dead. I
He
went.
said- he
I guess
said-
it
Oh,
doesn't
I'm
matter.
sorry.
He's dead.
I'm sorry. You definitely could have. You
I'm
definitely
like,
could have.
I guess he's dead.
That's why I brought it up, because I heard him say it a few times.
He was just sitting in
I
a
just-
tree.
I just assumed he was joking.
Oh yeah, I can do it from. I mean, I can do it from an undisclosed amount of distances.
Uh-huh.
You don't know.
Okay.
I'm Marcus.
In terms of what Marcos was thinking, there were like two voices inside of his head.
Oh, joy.
One of the voices was commandeering him at times.
Okay.
It's pretty crazy,
So that's
guys.
why we wouldn't
So
pick up any deception,
He's kind of weird.
even if he contradicted himself.
Alright, the
He
dead
still
body of
wasn't
Marcos
lying.
is still on the floor and you guys are standing around it, FYI.
Oh yeah, I would like to eat it.
I mean, I think.
Can he eat it?
No.
No what?
No.
I don't know. I don't know what he can do.
Does
Back on
Frizz
the
not have
menu.
any reaction to this going on?
He's not surprised.
Great.
I mean, he's been investigating, but he's not surprised.
He's like, I knew when I
He
saw you eat
says-
that spider that there was something wrong.
Alright, well, if we're gonna do this, we should keep moving.
FS doesn't know what exactly they're keeping from Frizz, so he's not going to mention the spell getting through the amulet effect.
hmm
You're the only one that knows that, by the way, right now.
Yeah.
Not a single other. You specifically are like, that was a freaking kill switch. Like, that was a kill switch spell or something. No one else knows that. So.
I guess I could just not mention it going through the magic. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
It's up to
guys, I'm not great with this stuff yet, but something affected him, like something magical affected him before he died.
That would make sense. It was a very sudden death.
Interesting.
Something triggered something. I don't know. I don't really know the logistics of this yet, but I just kind of feel it, you know.
Vesper, there are soldiers moving towards your position.
Well, from where?
You can see the faint light of summer Eladrin from the north. The same thing that Frizz saw. It just looks like it's bouncing off the shadows of the tree. They're quite a few feet out. You can hear them.
Everyone, hold up. Do you see that?
Do you think we have like 10 minutes or no?
No, they're like in eyesight for Vesper, just barely on the border of the forest. You guys have.
All right, I'm immediately going to go to the ground and pretend to be like, wake up. What?
To what? The ground? To the ground?
We didn't get rid of the body.
Oh, you moved away from it. You
I
walked
moved
away.
away.
Yeah.
We left it in that clearing.
Yeah.
Oh, we did? Okay, so
Yeah.
we're not right there anymore?
Yeah, correct.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Yeah, we
I missed that. Okay.
All
They're
right.
attacking me. You gotta save me.
What are you going to do? You have seconds to react.
Vesper, what is it?
Soldiers, right
It's an
there.
army. Hide! Alright, Frizz jumps into a tree.
I'm swinging at Wizard.
Okay. Seriously?
Yeah.
What?
Yikes.
Why?
There's a long-term plan here, guys.
Okay. Are you rolling for damage or is it like performance?
17 hit.
Okay, he's rolling to hit. Does that hit, Wizard?
What?
17.
Alright.
3.
I take 3 damage.
Okay.
Hail.
Frizz and Rain are hiding in a tree.
I'm grabbing
Drya.
Drya and I guess I don't know if she can help hide us a little bit better in the trees.
Oh, she can, and she will. So
Okay.
you're gonna try to grow the bark, even though it's dead, and try to curl it around, protecting your cover as well as Frizz and Lioness. They're both gonna get to re-roll their stealth checks. Ooh, that unfortunately does not help. All right, Wizard and Marcos are fighting Bird. What are you doing? Roll
I'm
stealth
gonna.
with advantage, Malachi. By the way,
You said what?
roll stealth with advantage.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm just gonna hide.
Hold up. Drya casts Pass without trace.
So we had 10.
So advantage plus 10 or
Yes.
just plus
She
10?
gave you advantage because of the cover, but
Can we
Plus 10 because of
She
pass
hit
without
everyone?
trace.
yeah, but she's gonna tell Vesper, I'm casting a spell, turn the amulet off.
I turn off my good luck charm.
Okay. Where are you hiding?
Me?
Mm-hmm. Or what are
I'm
you
gonna fly
doing?
up into the tree.
Over the trees? Okay, got it.
All right, 25 for stealth.
Only a 24.
Okay.
That's a 3 on the die, by the way.
24. Is that with Pass without trace? Or without it?
Yes,
Okay.
that's with it.
Alright, you gotta be within 30 feet, which I think is reasonable. I think everyone is just on the edge of that. Linus and Frizz re-rolled. Let's see. The lowest... Oh my gosh, the lowest is Frizz, who has like a... What was it? An 11. Frizz is at a 21. I think Rain is at a 26. What are you at, Malachi?
25.
Alright. She's at a 26. Vesper's at a 24. Everyone's above a 20. And Wizard and Marcos are fighting, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Amazing.
Unbelievable.
An army moves out, brightening up the camp, sweeping the woods. Dozens and dozens of soldiers sweeping, with one commander screaming in Elvish, "Men! Hold! Hold!" And you guys are still fighting, right?
Yeah.
Lay down your arms! Lay down your arms!
I don't know. Elvish.
How do I lay down my fist?
Good
Maybe just
question.
lay down.
Does
Elvish.
maybe speak Elvish?
No.
Oh my gosh. That is amazing. Neither of these characters speak Elvish. You're
Right.
being yelled at in
Wait, hold
gibberish.
on.
From where I am, Am I within 120 feet of them?
I
Yes.
got a plan.
Yeah.
Okay, so if I can hear the people talking to them, I'm just going to quickly cast a message from where I am
Okay.
and translate.
Okay. Lay
I
down
do
your
this.
arms. Lay down your arms.
This is
Just being like auto-translated by.
You guys need to
Yeah.
make wisdom saving throws.
This is Google translating services.
Also, like, is there some way I can, like, quickly tell them the Elvish words to be like, yes?
See.
You
I got a
be like,
14.
say yes, say yes, say yes, say yes, say yes.
Mhm.
Alright, that is a
There's a-
failure. You are
there's a
frightened
guy that-
again.
There's a guy that's named Dinky Dwarf on the
Honestly, for people who know that there are these,
So many somewhere legends.
Alright.
like, they know there are these creatures here, why do they keep trying to make people scared?
The summer legend immediately says, calm him down, put him to sleep. Alright,
So ancestry.
Immediately?
maybe you should stop complaining before the DM has a chance to explain the problem.
Oh,
I'm talking in character.
they're
Okay.
having a
You're
domestic.
talking in character while
Yeah,
they're
he's-
outside of you. Okay.
He's thinking he's with his wife.
Alright, hold on. I gotta pull up another freaking page of my 8 million tabs, and I gotta look at this. Oh, heck no.
guy named
I'm rolling
LD.
digitally. Oh, that's the wrong dice type. Oh, come on. Alright, let me read it again. That's 1, 2, row 2. Okay, this is gonna be 5th, which means I add 10 more. Boom.
Whoa!
Alright, how many hit points do you have left, wizard man?
11.
Alright, you're asleep. How many hit points do you have left, Marcos?
So, like, hypothetically, if there was a
Less than
Taco
50.
Bell. Oh, yeah.
Alright, you're both asleep.
It's one.
Both immediately put to sleep.
This guy's winging punches at me, and he's like a break. He's like a breath away from death.
Alright, so Summer Eladrin goes, they're asleep! Sweep the perimeter! Alright, and then they begin rolling out. One of them says, sir, meanlock corpses! And they go, ah, excellent! We're eating well tonight, boys.
Your neck
eating
tails for
well.
eating good tonight.
Good tonight.
Alright. Summer Eladrin is looking around, the commander. He says, evidence of quite a large scuffle. Movement? No. Let's see. And then he goes further down. He begins investigating the battlefield. You hear quite a few voices. He's a little bit out of earshot. He's not speaking that loudly. And then he comes back up. He says, strange. Looks like there was a large party. 6, 7 individuals. Quite a scuffle. Several meanlocks. Likely more ran further north. The trails are meanlocks. Not Eladrin. This looks like a human. No evidence of anything here.
Can you tell a human from an elf by footsteps?
He's literally looking at Wizard on the floor.
Oh, my bad. I thought you were checking our footsteps going, seems like a human. Like,
No.
bro, what?
No. He looks around. He says, something isn't right here. There should be more of them. Where did they get to? Then he peeks in one of the trees, and sees Frizz. And Frizz looks at him and says, you! Are you one of my men? He goes, yes, sir! I found her in the tree. Just found her now. She hasn't made a sound yet. Strange. Maybe she's a mute. Leonin, it appears. Quite a rare sight. Does she speak Elvish is the question.
Okay,
You-
so I
you
absolutely
understand
see
what
this
we're
happening.
Mm-hmm. You don't see it, but you hear it.
Oh gosh.
I'm just imagining it's like a middle school play, like trees. So they're just
Yeah.
like holding two branches,
Yeah, uh-huh.
and they're like, "That's a tree."
He goes, so, interesting. Very interesting. You're not one of my men. What are you doing here?
Whoopsie.
Sir, it's true. I had fled the Citadel. I had something come over me. I haven't seen my family in a long time. Are you in service of the king?
Wait, is he lying?
Okay, you're gonna make me roll insight?
No. Is Frizz lying?
Yeah, you're gonna make me answer that mid-conversation?
Because I hexed him.
Okay.
So he does have disadvantage if he tries to lie.
Okay.
You fool.
You actually
Can't believe
just
you've done
screwed
this.
him over. Alright, Summer Eladrin says...
Unintentionally. My
Summer
bad.
Eladrin says...
Drop the spell. Just
Summer Eladrin says...
Okay, I'll break. Sorry, I forgot. I could
It's
just
too
break
late!
concentration.
It's
Okay,
too
fine.
late! You just
Okay.
thought of it! You
No,
screwed
it's
him
okay.
over!
It's okay. I'm playing the game. Let's do it. Let's
Okay.
do it right.
Alright,
Yeah.
Summer Eladrin says...
They killed him on
Liar!
sight.
You're coming back with us for questioning. If you're not in service of the king, that may be your own folly.
So I'm gonna look at
Skulking
trying.
around the citadel, you should know that this territory is not yours. Summer Eladrin or not. If you're not in service of the king, don't go around acting like you own these woods. Arrest these individuals. Draw out the lioness and Frizz. Like they say, there may be more. Scan the woods. We'll bring these back as prisoners.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now that I did that, I look at Dry and I go, "Oops," and I drop concentration.
She scowls at you.
I give her a kiss on the cheek anyway, and then
Does she annoy?
She gestures you to message her, so she can yell at you.
We really need a
I won't.
message.
I
Passphrase.
won't. But
They're about to have a domestic in the middle of this.
I would be like, "No, we can't. Not now. Yell at me later." But did they find him in his summer form? I thought he was in something else.
Transformed. He switched.
Okay.
Big brain.
Okay. I didn't hear that part. Okay.
Well, I didn't narrate it. I just did it.
He just turned him yellow.
Fast.
Okay, because that's why I was like, I was confused if they saw him being summer, and I thought he had switched. Okay.
One of them says, "There have to be more. I know they're here. I just can't find where they would be. There's nothing in this tree. Maybe we should go up in the branch. It doesn't make any sense. It's like wait. Somebody cast counterspell. They might be hiding."
Oh, he died.
Oops. All right.
Oops.
Somebody attempt to cast counterspell. In the
Somebody
general
cast
vicinity.
counterspell like I just erases from existence.
Attempt to cast
Kid.
counterspell in the general vicinity.
Like a
works?
dispel magic type of thing.
I guess yeah, that's actually correct. All right, one of the other.
Yeah,
11
it would
goes,
have.
Counterspell
to
wouldn't
be.
work. I would have to have dispel magic. I don't have that prepared. I do. All right.
Nerd.
Okay. One of
You
the
wouldn't download
other
a car.
one of the other soldiers casts dispel magic. And now your wife has to roll. She got. Oh, she succeeded. The spell remains up. And she's like praying as she's doing it, like sweating, trying to keep her concentration. And some of them said, "I casted it. I used anything? No. Nothing."
I'm being a super supportive husband. I'm just whispering, "You're so good, honey. You're so good."
All right, the Summer Legend moved further south to the battlefield and say, "Now, forget it. We have what we need. It's mean locks. Gather the corpses, scrap the meat, and let's meet up with Commander." All right, over the next few minutes, you just hear the sounds of squelching as the Summer Legend are cutting into the mean lock corpses south of you.
Are we the only ones left?
Yes. Yes, you
The
are.
three of you.
3?
Yep.
Okay.
Still
Okay.
somewhere.
Yeah, I switched sides and took Wizard out, so.
He really did.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay.
So, The summer Eladrin have finished scouring the woods. They pack up their meat. They comment, and one guy just says, "This meat tastes horrible. Can't believe we're eating mean like. Why don't we just go around the woods scaring things? We can kill these things, right?" And the other guy goes, "Hell no. You ever fought a mean lock? It's a death sentence. Whoever fought them clearly ended up terrible. You saw the corpse. That's probably what they did to the guy." Oh gosh.
Oh, these guys suck. Let's kill them.
Yeah, they're dumb. Just shoot them in the back of the head. They probably won't know where it came from.
The woods are clear.
Only problem is I'm like a one target kind of guy, and there's a lot of guys there.
Just kill them
Just
quick.
3 of you left.
I can show you, First
three
Mellow
of us.
could never kill a single Mila.
They are not that hard to kill, actually.
Uh-huh.
They aren't.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have that much health.
Mm-hmm.
Their AC is like reasonably good, as you saw, but they're not the strongest. The problem is that they're extremely high damage and they paralyze you. So, yeah.
Spoilers.
Can I do a perception check
Well,
to make sure
spoilers,
there's
isn't it?
nobody invisible around us?
Go ahead.
We're leaving.
It's disadvantage to find someone that's invisible, right?
Yep.
Do you think this whole
18.
You don't see anyone.
Of course not, but do I hear anyone?
No.
But am I anyone?
No.
Okay,
No one?
what do we do now? Do we follow? We gotta follow, right?
Are you joining them in the tree?
Yeah.
In your little tree hideout?
I didn't realize, I thought they were up in the branches with me.
Oh no, they were down in the hollowed out core of the tree, and Jiraiya literally expanded the dead bark for them so that they were behind like a fake bark wall. So that's why when the guy looked in the tree, he didn't see them.
What are we doing?
I don't know, honestly. I feel very poorly equipped to deal with all of this.
gosh. Okay, number one, I think having Drya on our side could be helpful. Sorry, darling, but they are reacting very strongly to seeing you, most of them.
What, you're saying I stay behind?
We're in the trash.
No, not stay behind. I'm just contemplating.
Well, maybe we
If
can disguise
you
me
may
as a spring
allow
Eladrin.
us.
I'm a close match. Can't be that difficult.
Yes.
Well, I think he means they always go, whoa, a dryad. Maybe
Yes.
you could
It might be
negotiate for us.
favorable.
Oh. I see. Well, that could work, yes. It's a bit dangerous. Everything
It
has
is.
been. Also, I
Um,
can't believe you hexed Frizz.
It was
He was
funny, Your Honor.
Probably pleading for his life. He could be killed now. After all that
I was
speech
like,
about
oh
trust
man,
and
my target
transparency.
died. I gotta use this.
listen.
Well, it's a buy one get one free at the ammo
When-
store, and I
when
got a
I-
spare bullet.
I hexed him before all of this happened, and I
It was a joke.
forgot.
Uh-huh.
I just,
Aren't you lying?
huh?
Are you lying?
No,
Before it happened?
To your wife, no less.
Okay. Alright.
No, I'm not.
Alright.
I just when the guy died, I moved the hex over to the other person that was.
So when someone dies, you can move the hex?
Yes.
You should just carry around like a rat, and then move the hex to it, and then when you want to move it again, just kill the rat.
But
Hold
then I
up.
gotta get a new rat.
Hold up, he's right.
I gotta get a new rat, though. They're hard to come by these days.
You're not here.
Have you not seen Green Mile?
All right, I can play around with that later. In the meantime,
We're gonna workshop that.
I'm gonna use my Eldritch Evocation and transform myself into Spring Eladrin.
Okay.
The only thing I could think of is I'm gonna transform myself into a Spencer's employee. and that needed to be said.
Shouldn't you be Summer? They all seemed like Summer.
I feel like they were a lot more resistant to. I feel like.
Stick with Spring.
Huh?
Stick with Spring. You got a gut feeling.
Yeah, I
Gut
think.
feeling that you should stick with Spring. Your intuition's correct.
The DM is telling you to not change your mind.
No, it's divine. No, it's the Oracle. The Oracle of Bahamut.
No. I actually was going to say.
I understand.
I think that I think Fritz actually got in more trouble because he was Summer Eladrin.
Guys, it's actually the Winter Eladrin. That's where it's at.
Okay. Well, I'm
I'm currently being tortured.
They descended. So I mean, I could just try to stick to the trees and not be seen if you think that'd be easier.
Stay within 120 feet, and can we help Drya look a little more? Because I also don't want to make I also don't want to draw too much unnecessary attention.
Yep.
Revealing her as a dryad could be like a last resort if we absolutely need it.
Yep. Do you have disguise self?
I do, which is what I can use, but it says use it on myself.
It's disguise self, yeah.
Yeah, but think if it was disguise your other self.
Right.
Your better
Disguise
half.
wife.
Yeah, when you think about it, when you're married,
All the two become one. Oh.
Whoa.
this argument is unbeatable.
Well,
So,
Get a divorce.
here's the thing. You started by casting minor illusion to disguise your face, and then it evolved into you teaching yourself disguise self. So if you want to evolve it again, you're just going to have to do a little arcana check to see if you can intuit your way to alter the magic to get it to apply to someone else.
I know it's not going to work, but Malachi doesn't know this, so he's going to try real hard.
You know it's not going to work?
Yep, I got 9.
Okay, well, yeah, it's not going to work.
Yeah.
Not with that number.
You gotta believe.
Uh-huh.
Not quite right.
I gotta
There even is a
believe.
spell that's like disguise other.
You gotta
believe. It's like, that's a 5th level spell. Seeming is amazing, but...
You
major
maybe
illusion.
buy with like greater illusion. Or,
Yeah.
major illusion. I don't know.
Alright, too difficult.
like-
Can't make it work.
Trying to put a
So
prosthetic.
that's why I wanted to do like basic Martha Stewart level arts and crafts. Like what do we need? Because she kind of already looks like.
Honestly, give her some clothes. Go strip.
I was gonna say, is that
corpse.
corpse
Yeah.
still there? Can we take his
Yeah.
jacket?
Yeah.
Because that's what I'm thinking.
Take his clothes, and then she'll pretty much pass because she'll be wearing clothes instead of weird like bark skin and leave.
I wanted to just do some arts and crafts on my wife, Your Honor.
That works.
My real.
Roll for what? What works for this?
I've done deception before.
Survival?
Let's find out. No, I gotta see the list of abilities here.
You're right.
I've done deception for that, but it could
I
also be
have
like.
proficiency with disguise kit. I don't have.
There you
disguise
go.
Kit.
Oh,
Okay. What do you roll for disguise kit?
I would just roll
I think
a d20 and add my proficiency.
proficiency.
Just do
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
Can you get advantage because I'm like helping?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
How do I roll this at advantage if it's just a... Do I have anything that's +3? No.
Just roll it twice, custom roll, and then look at the number. And then
Okay.
it's easy.
Oop, that's not great. That is also not great. Got, 9 total?
Alright. She looks like a dryad in a trench coat.
Great.
That works. Let's go.
Will it help if I'm like standing next to her looking like a spring Eladrin?
Possibly.
Okay. Alright, well. Okay.
Alright.
Yeah, she already kind of looks enough like one. The clothes should just help. It's
Maybe.
fine.
Maybe.
We'll see.
Baby.
Maybe.
I can just add it as.
I should put these guys back on the map because I deleted them, but like I need to remember who all was taken. So I'm just gonna put them no rainbow big mode, and then I think we'll wrap it there because it's 11:55. That was quite the interesting time. Just like I said, was excuse me, Marcos. That's right, stolen identity.
Is it truly stolen if he's
right
dead
there.
and I'm him?
Yes. Now,
Did none of them notice that the corpse looks exactly like the guy they just captured?
He was like mangled, my man's.
We mangled him?
No!
He
Maybe
melted?
wasn't. No, you're right, he wasn't. They probably
He just died. He just died of poison, like
probably did.
or not poison. Whatever happened. Whatever kill switch killed him.
Hey man,
And it melted his face
we'll deal with
off?
that next time.
His head's missing.
No, none of you realize.
Yeah, well,
how he
I'm
died,
carrying a bag.
But yeah.
Oh,
I forgot
it's
he
a-
didn't goopify.
It's an intelligence roll. Does 11 do any better
For what?
for disguise kit?
Oh, I mean, 11's not bad. It's okay. Still looks like a drive in a trench coat too.
She's got like
Was that also with advantage?
She kind of looks
or
like
no?
the Joker.
Well, I didn't re-roll. I just added the 2 for my intelligence because I read how it actually works. And intelligence checks includes pull together a disguise.
Mhm.
Okay.
Plus your proficiency.
That
So
is
is it-
Plus
exported.
proficiency.
We are good to go.
I gotta
am
pee.
gonna wrap this here, and we'll see you all next time.